Welcome everybody to the final day of PMCO Falls Play 2022 South Asia. I am Shadow and alongside me is Shivansh. Shivansh, it's a final day, last 5 matches.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. And yesterday we saw some of the teams were playing really amazing. And one team, Revolution X, finally came up, clutch the final moment and they secured the second position in the overall ranking. That was really amazing to witness. Plus, they were also giving a really tough competition to other teams who were also playing consistently throughout the day. Despite of the fact they came up in the second position, plus we have seen some of the teams not playing that good as we expected from them. But today it's going to be their last day and the final 5 matches. So let's see what's going to happen. And as I just told you earlier, yeah, I'm really excited.
Well, we all are excited. It's the final day, final last 5 matches. Anything can happen. We yesterday saw one of the teams, FIPG also. They came up on the top on the 4th or the 5th spot, I guess, in the last 2 games only. Because in the starting, they were on the 15th spot and now they have taken a jump. They are sitting on the 6th spot with total of 43 points. So we still have 5 games. There is a fighting chance for every single team. If I have to ask you one question, which one team you want to see to propel themselves from the bottom later half to the top?
I think so, like GRP and KSX, these 2 teams need to do something.
Yeah, certainly they can and they should. They ought to because it's the final day. These are the only last matches remaining, only the 5 games remaining. So after that, we'll have our champions also. We'll have the winners also. So it's the last game and any standout team from the first day you saw that this team was very impressive. One particular team if you have to pick.
I think so it was KYODAI, obviously, the way they were playing was really amazing, and from the start they were like being consistent every single time they were in the top 3, so it was really impressive. If you are like doing something and you're really showcasing something, especially playing against 5 other regions and still dominating, which means you have something in you, and that's what they just did. They were just proving their mettle and they did it pretty perfectly. That's why they are on the first position in the overall ranking, and I really hope that they can maintain that and they should maintain that till the end to be the champion, because you know what, if you are on the top you'll get a good amount of prize pool. And if we are talking about, let's take a look at the prize pool, ladies and gentlemen. For this season it's just divided for the prize pool is of $50,000, and if you're gonna end up at the first position you'll get $8,000 with the champions title. Then the prize pool keep on decreasing till $600. But if you end up in the 32nd position, it doesn't matter. You're still getting something. You're still getting some money in your pocket. However, right now we have the top 16 teams, which mean $1,000 is confirmed for you.
Definitely $1,000. In fact, $1,100 are definitely coming in your pockets, even if you end up on the last spot, on the 16th spot. Although now none of these, I'm sorry, none of these teams want to end up on the 16th spot. They want to be on the top. They want to compete for that 8,000 prize money, because yes, definitely you want the bragging rights. It's not just about the money. You want the bragging rights also. But how do you get this money? By earning the points. So let's have a look at the default point structure. The first place is going to get 15 points, second will get 12, and third will get 10, and it keeps on reducing. And the main thing is the elimination points, Shivansh, because for every elimination you get 1 point.
Yeah, for every single elimination you'll get 1 point. And one of my friend, if like he's very good, like securing. If we talk about like the elimination thing, he's really a very aggressive player. So I think so he especially like this particular point structure. But before that, let's take a look at the point structure. Shadow, eliminate crew. This team was really impressive yesterday, but let's see what they're gonna offer us today.
Well, definitely. Yesterday they delivered a very promising performance. They were not outshining, but they were consistent. Right now they're sitting on the 5th spot. We have KYODAI, the table toppers of day number 1. Then we have RGC Opex again delivering a very good performance. In fact, RGC Opex is one of the most aggressive team because they are heavily relying on those elimination points instead of the placement points just only. So yes, RGC Opex is also one of the most promising team. But on the other side, we have 7AKS. What is happening to this team? Because right now they are still sitting on the bottom of the leaderboard.
They had a bad and they had a rough start yesterday, and that's why the momentum they needed was not there, so they couldn't able to do much yesterday. But I hope like it's going to be a fresh start for them. They'll do some crazy stuff today, and that's what I expect from them. By the way, GNP Esports is also a good team. However, they are still on the second page of the overall ranking. Fabulous 4 and 4 Ultra Instinct. These two teams impressed me. If we talk about the play style, it's really balanced. If you wanna focus on those placement points, then they focus on those placement points. If we talk about fights, they really know when to take those fights and when to dodge them. Coffin Meher Force, one of my favorite team, because yesterday they almost stole a chicken dinner from one of the best team present in the lobby. However, due to that man disadvantage, they couldn't able to do that. However, still this team has a really good potential.
Well, certainly they have the potential, and they showcase that in the last two games, especially when the chicken dinner they got, in fact, like you also said, they stole it in their hands. So yes, CMF IPG is definitely a very promising team from the side of Bangladesh region. Then we have Nepali Line Esports, we have Gorkhali Warriors, Retaliation X. Retaliation X, they started on a very good note. They just had one bad game, if I'm not wrong.
Yep.
Still, in the overall leaderboard, they are sitting comfortably on the second spot. So anything can
Yeah.
happen. They can topple over KYODAI and come on the top. And then we have Grim Gaming Esports. In fact, Grim Gaming Esports also delivered some promising performance, some of the individual gameplays that showcase that yes, this team can also be on the top.
Yeah, they certainly can. However, sometimes they always mess up with their callouts. I think so. After watching the games again, I was like, what happened bad? Like, what just went bad for the team Grim? It seems like sometimes they get confused while taking the fights, because they used to take those multiple fights. That's what they like, right? They know sometimes they are like when they got stuck in a situation, they are surrounded by multiple enemies, so that's a problem. So I think so they should try to focus on their positioning first. I'll recommend them to play on the edge of the circle, but let's see what they have to offer. Meanwhile, we have a head-to-head comparison between the first and the second team, which is present on the overall leaderboard.
Well, certainly, KYODAI, they started on a very good note. Retaliation X was the team that got the winner chicken dinner in the very first game, and KYODAI, they came on the second. But with the third game, KYODAI found themselves every single time on the top of the leaderboard. So yes, both these teams have a definitely a strong competition among each other. Talking about the damage dealt, KYODAI, they were taking a lot of damage also because of the reason that they were taking so many fights as compared to Retaliation X. Retaliation X was heavily relying on the placement points. They were taking fights only when required. On the other side, KYODAI, they were going all aggressive. And Retaliation X, talking about the damage received also, they have been taking a lot of damage as compared to KYODAI. That means KYODAI, they are taking good fights. They are not engaging in bad fights. So I think KYODAI, in terms of the stats, they are looking much better.
Yeah, they certainly are. And you know what? Just because of this, I can think that KYODAI can maintain that first position. However, they have to focus on that average survival, right? It's just only 18 minutes, which is really less.
Yeah.
If you're gonna compare it with the team Retaliation X, and they have, I think, so 21 minutes in the backpack. So yeah, it's pretty good for them. However, it's just the start, right? You have only 5 games left now, and these 5 games will decide that are you gonna become the champion or not. So really excited for those to start. However, the schedule, I think it's going to be similar, right? First of all, we're going to witness an Erangel, then we have a Miramar, and then another Erangel, then Sanhok, and the final map, it's going to be Erangel games. 3 Erangels, 1 Sanhok, and 1 Miramar. Some of the teams tend to play good in those off maps, like Miramar and Sanhok, and that's why we have seen teams like Grim stepping up. GNP sometimes they play good. CMF also stepping up in that onto that leaderboard. So these two particular maps, Miramar and Sanhok, help those teams who are not that comfortable on the basic map Erangel.
Well, certainly, CMF IPG is also one of the team that started stepping up in the map of Sanhok when they delivered a very good performance. They got winner chicken dinner also for themselves. And yes, in Miramar also, I8 crew, they started gaining the momentum required for day number 1, because Miramar was a game when they delivered a very good performance, because first Erangel didn't go very well in their favor. From the second game, I8 crew, every single time they were in the at least in the top 5, gaining those position points and at the same time gaining those elimination points as well. So I8 is also a very promising team that know how to play around different maps. They know how to play Erangel, Miramar and Sanhok. So I can't pick for I8 that this is the only strongest map. So I8, I think they can come on the top on day number 2 because they are much prepared this time.
Yeah, they certainly are much prepared this time. Let's see, you know what, anything can happen today. We might see KSAC securing a chicken dinner from nowhere, because again, you got almost 1 day to again rethink and get back onto that whiteboard and just talk about your tactics, that what you're gonna go for and what you are gonna do today. So let's wait for that. But before we head on to a match, let's take a look at the schedule. That's what we are talking about, right? First of all, we're gonna have an Erangel in front of us, then Miramar, and then we have another Erangel, Sanhok, and then the final map, it's gonna be an Erangel.
Well, certainly 3 Erangels, 1 Miramar and 1 Sanhok. We are having Sanhok is becoming the game changer. But because it is the match number 9, we'll have a clear distinction which teams are definitely not coming in the top 10 or top 5. So bottom teams might go all YOLO. Even the top team, if they have a lead of certain points, they can also go all YOLO. But talking about lead and all that, do you think the top 2 teams, KYODAI and Retaliation X, they kind of have a bullseye target on day number 2? Because day number 1, everyone was blind. They had no idea where the drop locations are. They had no information onto each other. But it is day number 2. Do you think KYODAI and Retaliation X need to be scared this time?
I think so. They always have a plan, you know, to work on. But as you just mentioned, you should be right. You have to be careful. You know, every single step will decide your next. Basically, you decide your future. Which is going to happen in the near future. If you take a wrong step, if you just get get pinned down by a team, then what you're going to do in that situation? Sometimes we saw teams go just all berserk. They tend to take those team fights, but some of them were like, okay, let's just push on with 3 players and one will stay just behind us to provide us cover, and if anything goes wrong, then he can just escape so that we can collect some placement points. So these type of strats you can easily use while you are in a map and while you are playing against these teams, because other than these 2 teams who are already on the top, Retaliation X and KYODAI, other teams are hungry. They need some points. The prize pool is really massive. They tend to play really aggressive, especially from teams like the Bangladesh region team, the Sri Lankan teams, and one team from 7 cents from the Pakistan region. We saw that they have that capability to perform. However, they were struggling yesterday, but you know, today, I think so this is going to be the decider day, and anything can happen. And as I told you earlier, that anything will literally happen. KSX might secure a chicken dinner, or any other team can do that. But for that, we have to get into the map. So let's head on to the first map of the day, and that's going to be Erangel Shadow. Let's take a look at the plane path first.
Well, certainly the flight path is going all the way from Military Base Island towards the eastern side of Yasnia Poliana and towards Kameshki side. That means it is heavily relying on the eastern part of the island. So that means teams like Gaming Esports that likes dropping towards the side of Georgiapol, they might have to glide a little longer, or maybe go for a certain change in the drop location or go for the vehicles. Let's see which path they are going to opt for. But in the Military Base Island, again, we have Nepali Lion Esports team heading over there. GNP, this time they are going towards the side of Noe. I want to see where the team of 7X is heading, because one time they went towards Severny, second time they went towards the side of Noe Rupnoy, and this time looks like they are heading towards the side of Milta or Milta Power, I guess.
I think so, yeah. They are heading towards Milta and Milta Power, between that particular area, or maybe towards the southern side of Milta Power. However, GNP already has control of Novo Ripno, so there's no way you can drop out near that area. Ferry Pier is still uncontested. I still think that Ferry Pier is always a good option to opt for. However, teams are not looking forward for it. But let's see what's going to happen in this matchup.
Well, what's gonna happen? The circle is gonna happen. Had 7 KS dropped in Sivorni, they would have been rewarded by the circle, and now they have to go for longer rotations because this circle is definitely heading towards the side of Yasnia or towards the northern side. So that means too many rotations are gonna come in early rotation for so many teams like GNP and Noor, NL, and in Military Base Island. But on the other side, the team in grey color, CMF IPG, I think if they start rotation from the western side, they have a clear pathway. But look at the cluster that is forming around Yasna and Rozok. That means early fight, early drop location clashes are definitely going to happen.
Okay, here things will get really interesting. Look at that, look at that. Zolex just, get out from his buggy and he was like, okay, he can escape. But Rocky with the Dacia just moving towards the ruins area. And Zolex is gonna collect that buggy and head on towards the school. Which was a really interesting choice because both of them were really close. If one of them would have had a gun, he would have secured a kill. However, that's not going to be the case for now. But it's going to be a slow start for both the teams because they literally disengaged from the fight. They were like, hey, we are not here. Uh, I'm just going to look forward to my route, just going to look forward to my rotation, my plan, and you're just going to get away with whatever you want.
I think that was a very mature decision from both the teams. Like yesterday, teams were going for single defeat points whenever they could, but this time they are being a little cautious. They understand the gravity of the situation that matches are numbered. You only have 5 maps. Every single map is going to count. Every single game is going to count if you want to come on the top. But on the other side, 7S, they are opening things against the side of Opex, and Jaga just found one knock and a confirmation also, and the first blood is gonna come in from the side of RGC Opex, one of the most aggressive team in the lobby, already suffering a casualty. But looks like 7 is this time they are prepared. 7 since, because Pakistan region, I know they always have to offer aggression, and this time I was a little disappointed, but I'm very happy to see that this time 7 since on day number 2 they are going to step up. They are already opening things.
Yeah, this is a really good sign, right? Yesterday, as you just mentioned, that they were not looking that confident, they're not looking that perfect. But today, I think so they have some different plans in their mind, which is really a good sign. Although it's going to be a difficult call for them and for their teammates, how they're going to manage to secure a good amount of points from here. So yeah, it's again a gamble, but you know what? You have to do something if you're going to get something.
Well, certainly you have to do something, and that something is you have to go for the points. You have to knock down the opponents and go for the defeat points, because that is how you are going to come closer to the prize money, the moolah that the event is offering you. That is especially 8,000. Even if you're on the 16th, definitely you're getting something, but the more, the better. But in Yasnia, again, we have two teams finding residency. One is Gorkhali Warriors, and the other team is 4 Ultra Instinct. 4 Ultra Instinct will. Not so good performance. They were on the later half of the overall ranking, and same goes for Gorkhali Warriors. Also, yesterday in one of the game, they came in, I think, top 3. But after that, they were not able to find the strong foothold in either of the games. So yes, let's see how day number 2 is going to pan out for both these teams.
Yeah, you know what? Day number 2 is really important for them because they didn't had a great day yesterday, and now it's going to be the final day to collect some good amount of prize pool. That's what I usually talk about, because again, at the end you are fighting this. You are here to get something out of it, and if you're not the champion, at least you can go for the bigger amount of prize pool.
I'm impressed by the linear formation the teams are having this time. More strategic gameplay might be coming in. Look at the position of all the players of KYODAI. They're completely on the shorelines on the eastern front towards the side of Kameshki, having the linear formation. Even Grim Esports also in a 2v2 split situation. 2 of the players on the northern side of Stelber, 2 players on the southern side of Stelber. Maybe they could opt for Stelber and have the height advantage, and at the same time have the information onto your opponent. So let's see what's gonna happen. For now, it's a stalemate situation. Everyone is busy collecting the resources, the weaponry required for the final circles, and that is how the mature gameplay they are showcasing. Because yesterday also we saw sometimes in the final circles players were not having enough smoke grenades or the throwables or the medkits. But this time I think they have realized that you need to have the resources. Empty bags can't stand upright for very long.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of the teams didn't even had a good amount of first aid kits, and they were really struggling. So that was a point of concern yesterday. But if we talk about PMGC 2022, it's going to be in the month of January. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for that amazing action of PUBG Mobile. And I'm really excited for this PMGC because this time we're going to witness some of the best teams from a lot of regions.
Well, certainly, best of the best teams are going to compete against each other, representing not just their country, their region as well. So it is definitely a big thing. Let's see who is going to be the champion of PMGC, but we have time for that. First, we have the PMCO South Asia Fall 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, you're in the final day. Today, we will have our champion, the champion of PMCO South Asia. So if you have to make a guess, Shivansh, which team you think is going to be on the top by the end of today?
Ooh, an interesting question, by the way. Let me think. For Ultra Instinct has a really good chance. However, they still need to step up a lot. If we talk about Retaliation X, they are playing good, by the way, no doubt. KYODAI is also being consistent. So I'll go for Retaliation X, to be honest. I can see KYODAI has a good chance because, again, 7 teams from the Nepal region is playing out of those 16. So you always have a good opportunity, right? You always have that upper hand, though. But it all comes down to those decisions, right? How you're going to make it and how you're going to make it at the top. So my guess it's going to be Retaliation X.
Well, definitely, in talking about Nepal region, out of 7 teams, 4 teams are already in top 8. That speaks itself how aggressive and how prepared Nepal region teams are for PMCO and the coming for future events also. So definitely, Nepal region is looking very strong. And one more Nepal team, that is Fabulous 4. Although they have no chicken dinner, but still they are in top 3. That means they were very consistent in every single game. So Fabulous 4 is also one of the teams that impressed me a lot. So I'm hoping to see Fabulous 4 in top 2, or if my wishes are being granted, I want to see them on the top because they deserve it. Without any chicken dinner having 57 points, there is still a 13-point difference between KYODAI and Fabulous 4. But still, I think with the consistency, the consistent performance they delivered yesterday, if they replicate same thing, they can do it.
Yeah, they certainly can. You know, anyone can do it. No doubt anyone can do it. You just have to be confident enough. You just have to be, you just have to rely on your skills that, hey, you can do it. Hey, you can do it. Yeah, this is really possible. And that's what you just need, to be honest, in my personal opinion.
Certainly, you need the confidence, and the confidence is going to come from the very first game. So this game is going to set the momentum for so many teams, and one of the teams that need that confidence and the boost, morale boost and the confidence is 7AKS, because it is a big name. Even Neeraj was also talking about that it is a big name, but I don't know why they're not able to deliver the performance which was expected from their side. Let's see if day number 2 can be a little different for them. But on the other side, GN Esports, well, they have an idea where exactly the players of 7S are.
Okay, they know that where their opponents are. They just need to be quiet and need to be precise, though. GNP Esports. So Hazara has a really good amount of information. How you can use it. On the other side, Singh's already spotted him out. Unfortunately, he gave his precious location. He already gave his positioning, so that's not a good sign, Shadow.
Giving away your position is never a good sign because your opponent is prepared now. It's best if you catch your opponent when they are not prepared, take them down, take their numbers advantage away from them and then strike, then close in the distance. But now the position has been given away. But 7AKS, they have the safety net of the compound. They have a hard compound from themselves. So that means they are safe for now. Even if a knock comes towards them, they can go for an easy revival. But on the other side, GNP, this is one of the team from Australia region. They delivered a very good performance in one of the game, getting a big victory for themselves. And I think that they got 13 or something, 10 finishes also in that particular one. So yes, this is also a very aggressive team.
Yeah, they certainly are. They are aggressive, and we have seen that, right? We have seen that. Sometimes being aggressive is the only key to success, and sometimes you have to play balance, but it just depends on which mode suits you the most. However, Hazara here secures a knock in this position, which is really impressive, and he just need to just do it again and again and again. That's it.
Yeah, just again and again and again. Take a CNM lead.
Yeah.
enemy, knock him down, knock all the other players, finish all the 15 teams, and you get the winner title. And everything is easy peasy on the paper, but very difficult when you are in the lobby, when you have no
Yeah.
idea where exactly the players are. It's easy to say that all you have to do is fire from your weapon, knock down the enemy, and voila, $8,000 in your pocket.
It sounds so easy, right? It sounds so
Yeah.
easy, but it's not. Unfortunately, it's not at all that easy. So we can easily say that it's easy, but trust me, it's not. It's just real difficult.
Definitely, it's not easy, and OMGUN Esports do realize that it is not easy. That's why they are scouting the area. They're trying to spot on the enemy, but we have airdrop number 2, and we have the light machine gun MG3. We have the level 3 armor also. Let's see which of the team is going to opt for that machine gun, because in the close range, I was no, I would say I was impressed, but it is a pretty decent gun to use for also not that high. But on the other side, BTS Mafia, well, right now they're going to knock down one of the player of Team OG Exotic in the ground, and his teammate Ron is in most final battle. Let's see if he can take down Mafia.
Yeah, let's see. The Molly's just gonna buy him some more time, but that's not enough. That's not enough. He has to be precise. He has to be careful. Apple not with a great grenade, but you know what? It's not enough. Again, on the other side, T-Fruit, EMA, it seems like he is a fan of T-Fruit. However, Sings goes out from the lobby. ASAP, his team is in a bit of trouble. Look at that, Rocky with that amazing spray. Able not. Damage, now he's charging it with that UMP. What a perfect spray. And secured a knock. In fact, it was an EKM. Oh, my bad. 50% HP. Exotic has to do something. That's a really good single battle. Oh my goodness, Avalon. I thought he can clutch that out in that situation. No, it's going to be the answer. Exotic now being pushed by 2 of his teammates. Mafia, PTS Mafia did that. Shut down OMGUN Esports at the 16th position. This fight was really close, and they even helped Abel not to recover.
Well, certainly we have our first squad wipe, and OMGUN Esports bye-bye in the very first game on the 16th spot. They were not prepared for this fight. They directly just went into the compound to hold that compound for the next circle, but at least they know that PTS Mafia team is already present over there. Although they did put up a good fight, but now breaking out between the players of Team Opex, and with that fantastic finds a beautiful knock onto Dominic of CMF IPG, and they are already not in a good position, but Deadstream is going to retaliate, and he's going to knock and finish also fantastic. So that means trades are coming from the both sides, and Naruto, he has no idea where exactly. No, he does have an idea, and he lob a perfect grenade, takes down another player of Team RGC Opex. That means Unknown is the last man standing, and he's outnumbered all by himself. Let's see what's gonna happen.
That's not a good position to hide. That's not a good place to take cover. And look at that! I surrender. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What an amazing way to finish off one of the most dominating teams. TMF IPG feeling themselves secure 3 eliminations from this fight, and they are quite happy, Shadow. They are quite happy with this. The way they, in fact, out of those 3 kills, they secured 2 just because of those throwables. 3 total kill points in their favor. Quite happy, but Retaliation X, okay, this is a good thing. Zolex already has a eye on them. Oh, he fired some bullets. Unfortunately, couldn't able to convert it into a kill. But look at that mini zone. They are in the dead smack center. Retaliation X, what a good read.
Well, definitely they are in the center. They have a hard compound of also for themselves, but at the same time they're making too much noise and grabbing the attention of the nearby teams. But right now the team that is grabbing the attention is Grim Esports, and Full Ultra Instinct Agent 33 from the rooftop is trying to pep a few bullets, making his presence felt to Grim Esports. That is not a good sign, because all he has is a little shack for himself, and even other team like Fabulous 4 is also present in the close proximity. So I think sooner or later whose position is going to be revealed. Not just one team, other teams also. But on the other side, For United, well, they are a little spread out. They are holding on to the ridges over there. Grim Esports, they have
Yeah.
a hard compound, but they are already making their move. They are trying to move away to a better spot, better position, because this is not a place from where they can take the fight. Because look at that, there are so many higher grounds in the nearby proximity
Yeah.
from where the enemy can shoot and take them down.
You know what? I kind of hate that particular compound. I have been playing a lot of PUBG Mobile these days, and sometimes I got stuck in that one particular compound, and it's really bad, Shadow. It's really bad. On the other side, one more bad thing happened, but this time with the best team, and that is Grim. Some of those soldiers have been already goes out. Grim, Rixie is down. However, Sojak replied with a kill of his own, and it's looking good. He had bought some time for himself. He has some time to heal himself, but there's a grenade. There's a molly. Sushin is cooking that molly pretty perfectly, but oh no! He wasted a lot of time. That's why Jones is out. However, Sojak got blown up by a frag grenade, and Sushin now going to revive his teammate. He already secured 2 kills, but they also got this compound which is present on the edge of the circle, Shadow. Which means this fight was really amazing.
Well, certainly it was amazing. They are on the periphery of the circle. They have a hard compound also for the next circle. They don't need to worry. But what just happened in the finish feed, I saw Tycoon of Fabulous 4 was taken out. So that means Fabulous 4 are also suffering casualty, and they are a little scattered. They are not sticking together as a unit. That is never a good thing, because look at the teams that are surrounding Fabulous 4, and nobody is being way too optimistic and brave. He's getting shots from a lot of direction, and with that, Naruto is the one who's going to put final bullet, and he gets eliminated. That means Fabulous 4 now standing as a 2-man army. What is happening?
No, Shadow, they already lost another one. Now it's only one player left from Fabulous 4. And it's gonna be Gozo. For how long he can survive. On the other side, how do you know it's done? He goes out. Mr. Ravi takes down the final player of Fabulous 4, and that's the end for Fabulous 4, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best teams present in the lobby. The top 3 teams. Out of those top 3, 2 of them are surviving, and the third one goes out. Zara also showcasing his gun skills. They're playing so good. I don't know what's happened right now.
Well, they want to propel themselves and accumulate as many points as they can, because yesterday first 3 games were not in their favor, and squad wipe after squad wipe is happening, and Full Ultra Instinct has also been eliminated at 12th spot. Now 7AKS, they are also engaging in a fight, and with GNB Esports, a team that is running high on confidence, and Flex finds a beautiful knock onto Tahibi with that info 1-6, and now Kiton with their Vector is already looking for the confirmation. His teammates are already backing him up, and that means the revival that is going on, the rescue mission that is undergoing, cannot help the players of GNB. No, what just happened? 66 is going to clutch. He takes on not just 1, 3 players, and the last player also. A 1v4 just happened, and 7AKS X66 just eliminate the entirety? Or was it a third party? No, it was a third party that was happening from the side of I8. Yes, it was I8 that stole all the glory over there and helped 7A survive for a little longer.
For how long 7AKS can survive, Shadow? That's the biggest question. Because now they are stuck inside this patrol pump. Sushin, one of the most angry man here. He is ready for a fight, lobbing a lot of grenades inside that smoke. But this smoke, this heavy cover is really impressive for them, because they're buying a lot of time for themselves, and just because of this one distract, they are safe for now. On their side, 7, since the only team from the Pakistan region goes out, and that's not good. That's not good at all.
Definitely, it is not looking good at all. But what is happening? 7S, they are finding their feet, and they're looking very strong as they are taking down the players of I8 as well. Viper is a little far away from his teammates as they are engaging with the players of 7S. Yes, Sky is going to find the confirmation also onto the fallen comrade of 7AKS, and 66 again in a clutch situation. Can he take down the other player of I8 as well? Sky with that AKM, he has a level 2 armor as well, but from the back line, 66 with that FPT is going to enter into the building, and before he do anything, Sky is going to eliminate him, but a very valiant effort came from the side of 66, from the side of 7AKS. Very valiant effort, but
Yep.
right now it is I8 that is coming on the top, and one more squad wipe just happened.
Eliminate. They are playing good. They just need to, showcase this amount of performance again and again. They just need to continue this amount of dominance till the end. However, if we talk about CMF IPG, look at that. 5-team kill shadow. It's huge, especially for the team who is on the top 6 position, which shows that they are doing good. They already have a good compound to hold on, but where the circle will shift, because at this moment, Team Retaliation X is in the score of the circle, and this is going to happen again. They are still inside the circle. On the other side, Nepali Lions in a bit of trouble because now they are surrounded by not one, but 2 teams. PDS Mafia and the big giants, CMF.
Certainly CMF are looking big giants, but BTS Mafia, Rashnath has been taken down as he was being a little over aggressive, over committing into the fight, coming out in the open, but his own teammate is ready for the help as the smokes are already being deployed and is going for the rescue mission. But in the meantime, KYODAI is already closing in the distance, and they are going to have the numbers advantage as well in this situation. We know what KYODAI can do, but on the other side, CMF IPG, they also made it inside the circle, but at the same time, they have a hard compound also for themselves. That means they are in a very fine spot to go for the big victory. 8 teams, 25 plus still remaining. And like you said, all the 4 players of CMF IPG are still in the lobby with 5 defeat points. They are looking very good. They have information onto the players of BTS Mafia and Nepali Lions as well. So that means they are surrounded by 2 teams.
Yep, let's see if they can come out safely, right? That's going to be good right now. However, if we talk about the most impressive team right now, it's going to be Retaliation X. Look at that, Rashnath with an amazing spray. Takes down one. Now he's on his own. Kronos in a 1v3 situation and it goes down. Rashnath, how is that even possible? What was that? No way. Is it allowed? You can't do that, dude.
It is allowed. It is allowed. He just did it.
Yeah, dude. What was that? Was a really close call, but he still managed to get away. And I'm impressed. No doubt I'm impressed.
We all are impressed the way this team BTS Mafia are playing. Right now they are sitting on the 14th spot. After the first match of Erangel, they started fizzling out, but looks like on day number 2 they are prepared, much prepared. They already have good defeat points, 9 defeat points, and they can go for more. Now we have 6 teams, 20 players remaining, and they are a little on the northern side, holding on to the little dips and the ridges, providing a little cover to them. But BTS Mafia, well, they're engaging in so many fights, and with the strongest team, the table top is right next to that. And Nos finds a beautiful knock onto BTS Mafia, one of the player with a grenade. Let's see if we can find the grenade as well. Multiple grenades might come in, but Nos are aggressive with the vehicle. He was going for the knock, but no, he got too greedy as Ash takes him down from the moving vehicle. And now KYODAI made the mistake of their life. They lost one of the player, and BTS Mafia, the blue is also closing in. Rashnath is still bleeding. He's still down on his knees. On the other side, CMF IPG is also going for the revival onto their fallen comrade.
Yeah, the revival is really important. If they can revive that one teammate, they'll get back with the manpower. 6 teams, the 6th circle is really ruthless. Dead strong. Can revive his teammate, and he did that. He bought a lot of time for them, but 31 meters shadow, 33 meters to be specific, if we talk about. It's really huge for them. However, he can still manage to go inside the circle. And it's not going to be that easy job for them. I'm really excited about the position of Gorkhali Warriors because look at that. They have a decent amount of height advantage. However, they don't have solid cover. They can use that vehicle as a temporary cover. But it's still going to be gamble. Fulsal, 33 meters again, and you have to be very careful while going for these type of tough decisions. Circle is gonna close in, and it might give chances for some teams to secure it.
Well, certainly, and KYODAI, well, they are finding knocks onto the players of Gorkhali Warriors, but due to a vehicle explosion, Pure Brain gets taken down, but it is CMF IPG who got the defeat point for themselves, but a trade is also coming in both the sides. In fact, in the side of Retaliation X, also 3 teams, they have their teammates follow down. They need to go for the rescue mission as well, but on the other side, IPG falls up, is trying to knock down the players of Team I8 crew, shooting in the smoke, finding random bullets. Let's see if we can find the connection also, as one of the player is still bleeding and Flex is still looking for the rival from the side of Retaliation X. Let's see what's gonna happen. But what just happened? His own teammate came out in the open and he also gets taken down. What was he trying to do?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going inside his mind, but at the end, Gorkhali Warriors goes down at the 5th position. Top 4 players, top 4 teams, in fact, top 11 teams, players present in the lobby. KYODAI, his position is really good. He has to be careful. That one good position will help him to secure a chicken.
Well, certainly they need to secure that chicken, and IHQ just got eliminated, but they have 8 defeat points to back them up. Again, a good gameplay coming from their side, but Retaliation X got eliminated at 3rd spot with 0 defeat points. No defeat points in their pockets at all. And CMF IPG, they are also falling down. They are also crumbling down as 2 of the players are still on their knees. And KYODAI, they are looking very aggressive. They are looking kill hungry right now as they are slowly closing in the distance towards the side of CMF IPG. Naruto is trying to keep the enemy at the bay, but Naruto's own grenade eliminated his own teammate Dominic.
No way. Friendly fire is that. Friendly fire is really bad, by the way. However, Retaliation X with 0 kills, that's really weird, right? We never saw them getting away or getting eliminated by securing a single kill. However, this time they just had nothing. However, it's going to be a 3v2 situation in which it seems like KYODAI might get an upper hand, and yup, they do. CMF, final player, Fulsal is up. And this is going to be the final battle for sure. 2 players charging in. Just the final nick of time, he got picked off, and the winner chicken dinner being secured by one of the best team, KYODAI. They were at the top, and they will remain at the top because this was a really good chicken. 7 total elimination, 22 total points with 1500 total damage.
Well, definitely a winner chicken dinner comes to the table topper team, that is KYODAI. But I was impressed the way CMF IPG played this one, because in the overall match ranking, I'm very sure CMF IPG is going to come on the top, because last I saw they had 15 defeat points and they came second due to the numbers disadvantage. It was a 2v3 situation with KYODAI having the numbers advantage. But yes, nothing taken away. KYODAI is definitely one of the strongest team in the lobby and the consistent also, as they are going for the aggressive stance. But CMF IPG, what just happened to them? From the, I think it was a 4th game. After 4th game, they are not stopping for anyone. They are delivering a performance which I didn't expect at all this time.
Can I change my pick? Can I pick a different team for this?
No.
I think so. KYODAI can get this one for sure, because again, I was talking about Retaliation X. They had the circle, they had the manpower. In fact, they had the numbers to fight against every single team, but still they couldn't able to deliver. I don't know what just happened. I think so. Maybe they were like, they got confused at which moment we should start taking fight and which moment we should disengage from a fight. They got a little bit jumbled up. Most probably this could happen. However, CMF every single time they're stepping up, as it just told us earlier, right? Yesterday they were performing good. They started playing very good from the Sanhok map, and it's still going on. If we talk about KYODAI, they were being consistent from the match 1, and now they secured another chicken dinner. But for now, let's take a look at the MVP of this match, ladies and gentlemen. And it's none other than Naruto. This man, yesterday he just out more than 1000 damage, and now it's 800, but still 8 eliminations out of those 4 knocks. 200% conversion rate. Dude, this man is just built different.
The entire team is built different. Out of 15, I am believing they have 15 or maybe more. Out of 15 elimination, 8 elimination belong to a single individual, that is Naruto. But looking at the damage, I think his teammates also helped him in gaining those elimination also. But it is a team gameplay. Definitely Naruto from the side of CMF IPG was doing a lot. In fact, was doing everything that was required from his side. 2 headshots, that means accuracy was also there. He was pretty accurate with his shots, and crosshair placement also. That means CMF IPG, they are looking very strong. But along with Naruto, let's have a look at the other 4 players also which dominated in this particular one.
We have Sky from Eliminate Crew after Naruto because he was the main man. He got the title. Now we have Sky with 5 eliminations, 826 damage. I really like that number. On this side, Genos from KYODAI, 5 eliminations, only 616 damage, 26 minutes of survival. Dominic and Deathstorm from CMF IPG. Out of 4 players, we have 3 players from one team, and that is CMF IPG, which shows that this team is really kill hungry. Look at that. If you're gonna sum up the numbers of those eliminations of all the 3 players, it's equals to 14, right? Which is really good, right? 14 elimination by just 3 players. How you can even fight them? Like, how you can even win against them if they're gonna play like this? They secured 14 kill points, which means they already secured a huge amount of points. Let's take a look at the match summary. How many total kills has been secured? 60 eliminations, 72 knocks, which is really good number. Look at that healing. It's only 5,623, Shadow.
Well, definitely. Even the longest elimination this time is pretty high number, that is 378 meters. But grenade elimination coming to them, we have 9 elims through the grenades. That is also a pretty high number. This time the players and the teams were also going for the airdrops because 2 airdrops were looted. So that means overall the summary is looking pretty good and interesting. But moving forward, let's have a look at the match ranking and CMF IPG. Because of the elimination points they gathered, they are sitting on the top with 27 points, 5 points extra from the winning team, that is KYODAI, and they are sitting. KYODAI is sitting on the second spot with 22 points.
It was a 4 points difference between them and Retaliation X. If you're gonna, just calculate it, it's just now increased to about 16 points or maybe something like that, which is now really big for Retaliation X. They can easily cover it up by securing the chicken dinner, but they're still far away. But I really wanted to see the overall ranking, that at which position CMF IPG are, because 27 points without even securing a chicken dinner, dude. They are looking good. On the other side, Fabulous 4 Esports. We were talking about this team, right?
Yeah.
They were being consistent without even securing a single chicken dinner. Yesterday they started off with a 12 or maybe 8 total points, and now they haven't secured a single point. The first game with 0 points, so not an ideal start, as you can say, but you still have 4 games left. Now, these 4 games are going to be a final 4 games. These 4 games will decide that will you get the crown, will you get the throne, or you can just go away with the medals, the silver, the bronze, and you'll get the prize pool according to your positioning. But one thing, as I just told you, right, I really want to see the overall ranking, but before that, let's take a look at the damage graph. The production team is really teasing me that they're not going to show me the overall ranking this early. So yeah, let's talk about the damage now.
Yes, talking about the damage, it's all about CMF IPG, a team that was completely missing on day number 1 until the first 3 games, and now they are not stopping for anyone. They are on a rampage right now. Look at the damage, 2340. I think that is 9. I'm sorry. That is 2349 damage, 15 eliminations to this team. Along with them, it was definitely KYODAI also dishing out a lot of damage, but I8 were not able to convert the damage into the elimination points because 1797 damage, close to 1800 damage they were dishing out, but only 8 elimination point. Nothing to complain, good number, good elimination point, but still they could have accumulated more elimination point, I think.
Yeah, they can. They could have secured some more, but again, you know what? This is the only thing they can get right now. You have to just rely on that. However, schedule is in front of us. The next map is going to be Miramar. We're just 2 minutes far behind from the actual timing, so you have to wait for 2 more minutes, and then we'll just get hop onto the plane, and then we can just see the deserted island. Okay, now this map. If KYODAI secures another 15 points, like if they will able to clutch it out, if they will be able to get into the top 3, there's no way any team can get that first position from this one team. So it's going to be a really tough decision. It's going to be a really tough matchup for them too, because You know what? Getting up to the top is quite easy, right? If you're just gonna compare it to remaining on the top, right? It's really difficult to be at the top every single time, every single match, every single day. So it will test your patience, and the players and the teams will force you to take a lot of fights so that you can face that elimination a little bit early, and then they can utilize it in their favor. But you know what, again, Hyundai, the way they are playing, it shows they have the experience, right? Their plan is perfect, they have the gun power, their individual skills is really refined and fine. So I'm quite happy the way they are playing. But which is going to be the next team which can give them the perfect amount of competition? My call is going to be CMF, because Retaliation X, come on, you're dependent on those placement points. It's not a good sign.
I won't say they're entirely dependent
At
on the
this, after
placement
this
points,
matchup, so
but
yeah,
they are more strategic team. They are
true,
more
true.
towards a strategy rather than the aggression. But talking about the aggression, yes, CMF IPG is definitely one of the impressive and aggressive team. But I think on day number 2, the teams who are on the later half or the bottom of the leaderboard, they are much more prepared. Because look at BTS Mafia. Yesterday they were on the 14th spot, not having a good performance, but now in this particular one, first Erangel of day 2, they showcased a very good performance, and the top teams who are still on the top, they take an early exit. Retaliation X takes an early exit, the 0 points Fabulous 4, also RGC Opex, also so many top teams takes an early exit. So that means other teams are much more prepared and they have a strat for the top teams.
Yeah, you know what? They're just counter-strating them. I think so. That's going to be a that's going to be their plan right now. Just cut off their rotations, try to suppress them every single point. So that's why the teams who were present on the second page of the overall ranking, showcasing their dominance. For now, we have the plain path. CMF dropped out early, so they can just focus on the loot department a little bit early, and then they can just move forward with their game plan. If we talk about the flight path, what do you really think? Are you a big fan of this type of flight path? Because we have seen usually the circle will form towards the eastern side. If this is going to happen, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for the teams who drop out near La Cabrera, Montenegro, El Pozo. So it's going to be a difficult position for them, but let's see.
I think it's a pretty decent flight path considering 8 by 8 map. If it was going from the side of El Pozo, favoring heavily on the western side, then I could have complained. But still, it is in a 60-40 ratio. I think teams can work around with. And the circle also is not so much towards one of the extremities of the map. It's a pretty decent concentric circle covering majority of the cities. So that means teams can easily loot. There is no rush to go for the early rotation. But this time again in Picardo, we have two teams going up against each other. Last time it was 7S that lost the fight, but this time fight is already breaking out. And Grim Esports, well, they have lost one of the players. One of the players is already bleeding, and Johns with that M762 is already looking for another knock onto the player of 7 over there. Let's see if we can take him down. And yes, beautiful jump shot comes in and takes Kafan down.
Oh, look at that Jagga. You don't even have a single bandage or not even a gun. And he's already 80% down. Oh my man, oh my lord. This is really looking difficult for him.
Yes, certainly it is looking very difficult for him, but his own teammate Hassan is a little far away, like you mentioned. On the other side, Grim Gaming Esports Johns just saved the day for his teammate, went for the revival, and the teammate is again back on his feet. That means Grim Gaming Esports is heading for a very good start, because 3 of the players of Team OG 7 Sins are already bleeding out, and looks like they have no one to help them. 3
Yeah.
defeat points already in the favor of Grim Gaming Esports, but somewhere else 7KS are already opening things against the players of GNP over there in Picardo. That means this time 7S, they are prepared. Yesterday they lost this fight, and now they're already finding 2 knocks onto the opponent with a grenade. That means 7S, let's see if they can confirm also those knocks into the confirmation point, or GNP, they are prepared and they are going to retaliate and again find victory in the city of Picardo.
Chief OG is done. Grim secured another, so it's going to be a little bit difficult task for them. GNP Shaka, he's stuck inside this compound, so again it's going to be difficult, and as you just told us, Shadow this Miramar map really comes with a lot of surprises, right? We have seen teams falling apart and losing out a lot of players in that early stage. So you never know, you never know. And finally, I think that confirmation was with Thompson, and yeah, it was a really good gun.
Well, definitely SMG in close range is one of the most unbeatable weapon, but on the other side, GNP, they are looking not so comfortable because the numbers advantage has been taken away, and in their own home, in their own city, this time 7S, they are looking for the revenge, they are looking for the redemption. Yesterday they lost this fight, and now they're looking for the defeat points on the enemy. And GNP, Shaka OP is the last man standing because Shadow, who was bleeding, has already been confirmed. And what Shaka can do is using all the throwables, he's using all what he has. Can he find one knock? Switch every one beautiful knock, takes another one also, but the third player comes in, and 1v4 was a little difficult for him, but a valiant effort from his side. And with that, GNP Esports, they have been eliminated, and a very good performance coming from the side of 7AK. As this time they are prepared. I'm very happy to see, because yesterday I was the one complaining why this team is not able to perform. And now they are stepping up, they are winning the fights, they are prepared, they have rectified their mistakes. So I think it is a step in the right direction.
I think they heard you, right? They were listening that, okay, Shadow had mentioned one thing, okay, we need to step up, because again, I think it was a good fight. It was good thing to talk about if someone is pointing out your mistakes, which means they have been looked up, pretty perfectly. So yeah, they also realize that, what is their weak point and what they need to, focus on right now. So kind of a good thing,
Well, definitely it is a good thing. You're getting 4 defeat points. You are not looking good at all, but finally you are finding a feat or a foothold in the overall ranking. Also, I think it is a step in right direction. But on the other side, OMGUN Esports, the first match of day number 2 was not at all in their favor, as they suffered early casualties, and they were the first one to be taken out. Now they need to be careful if they want to accumulate the points and find themselves in the top 5. But talking about the circle, kind of a stalemate situation, as majority of the teams are busy grabbing those resources and the weaponry required. From the northern side, CMF IPG might try and come into the circle, and in Cruz de Valle, we have 4 United. I don't think they are going to gatekeep, because 4 United, they are already busy looting the city of Cruz de Valle.
Yeah. You know what? The best incentives don't go for the gatekeep, right? You already have good position, so why don't you stick to that? However, yesterday's Miramar was a little bit quick than this one, because we saw some of the teams were playing really quick, and it was like a 24-minute map, or not a 24-minute map. In fact, it was just a 26-minute map. So yeah, it was a very quick one. However, this time it's not going to be the case. So teams are playing slow. Opex. Now, I have a thing to talk about this one team, right? Opex. Yesterday, they were one of the most aggressive team. They were going for the kills. In fact, they were winning those fights pretty perfectly. No one even looking forward to take a head-on-head fight against this one team. But right now, they are losing a perfect team fights. They are losing a lot of those individual fights too. I don't know what just happened in just one day.
One day you come more prepared, you come with a different strat, you rectify your mistake, you go back to the drawing board, and that is what happened. But Fabulous 4, I think that was just very unfortunate what happened in the previous game. This time they are more prepared. They need to just stick together, because in the previous game also they were a little scattered. That is what didn't work in their favor, and now this time they'll work as a team. They'll stay united, especially in Miramar where you need to. But Retaliation X, they went down with only placement points and no defeat points. So let's see if this time can they grab those. Are they going for the passive gameplay? Is the pressure of way too much for Retaliation X right now? What do you think, Shivash?
I think so, yeah. Obviously, yes. Yeah. Every single time when you are against, the teams like this, you always think that, are we safe or not? Because again, it's always a gamble. So playing safe is a good strat. Just want to be at the top. because again, if you are at the top, you'll get good amount of prize pool, right? But sometimes going aggressive, you know what? When you learn judo or something like that, there's one lesson, and that's every single that's the primary, and that's the first chapter of your life, and that is aggression is the best key to defense. Like, sometimes aggressive plays will save you from a lot of things. So I think so. That's what I suggest them.
Talking about aggressive and the improvement, what 7KS are showcasing right now, I'm very impressed. This team is not stopping for anyone right now. They have already eliminated one team, and now they're hunting for the players of Team One Man Army. They managed to eliminate one of the player. Yes, they suffered a casualty. They lost one of their own teammate as well. But One Man Army, now they need to be very careful, as Hexal is still hiding. He's not moving a muscle. He's just waiting for the player of 7KS to come out in the open. That is when he's going to strike. But least does he know that Nepali Lions are also in the close proximity, and the way he's out there in the open, it is not going to help his case. And his own teammate, I think, has been spotted down by Mr. Avi.
Okay, that's a really good call, by the way. You know what? Spotting out the players, and you need to secure that kill too, because at the end it's going to be your job someday. Using an M16 and still not able to deliver. It's a good weapon, by the way, but it just it's not like a good kind of a weapon, right? You can utilize it, especially playing for a long range fights. I think so. You should stick to M4 or Scarl.
But single tap M16 I love. I'm sorry,
it's difficult to control, dude. Come on, sometimes it's really difficult.
In Miramar, if you don't have a sniper or a DMR, you can definitely go for an M16, put it on a single tap, and I think you're good to go. You can take the long range or the mid range fight if you have a good scope also. So I think I'll agree. M16 is a good choice as long as you're not having any other weapon like Mini 14 or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's I think so. It's a good replacement, right?
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's a good replacement. I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I can go for, because I still don't like M16, dude. Why I'm a weird guy, I don't know, but I prefer Scarl over M16 because you can still use it on like single fire. However, we just saw a kill. I think so. It's a really good topic to talk about, like which is the best gun. You know, which gun you are comfortable with and which gun you're going to prefer in a lot of scenarios. So a lot of the guys are going to say M16 because it's good in single burst, and the damage is ridiculously high sometimes if you're going to hit a headshot. So you can get a really good result, but again, you know, it's my choice for now. Look at that.
Wrong.
Yeah.
You are very good with your spray transition. That's why you are an M4 fan. I'm very bad with my spray. I have recoil problem.
Yeah, I can understand, you know. Sometimes it's really difficult, especially if the opponent is moving consistently, you know, they're just juggling here and there, and especially with the long range, right? Your aim has to be precise, because if you missed your shot, it's done. You can't even do that. You can't even recover it from that position. If you are a really good guy, then you can. However, look at this. Okay, 3 teams in a single vicinity. It's a 2v3v1 situation, and Hexal is waiting for that golden opportunity. Oh no, there's a person. What are you waiting for? That grenade from Zogdogs. In fact, Exo might secure, and Hexal, come on, you can steal those kills. You can get those. He just got only one. Nepali Lions is done. Oh my goodness, that's what just happened if you're not aware of your surroundings.
Oh my god, Nepali Lions don't know what happened. I'm very sure they're going to check the stream what exactly happened with them. But One Man Army, what a patience gameplay they showcased in that particular moment. Yes, Hexal went down. He has been eliminated, but he grabbed 1 defeat point for his team, and 4 defeat points already in the hands of One Man Army and 7KS. This team is also very impressive. I have to say, the way 7KS are performing this particular one, I really hope I don't jinx anything for them and they continue performing like this in the coming matches also, because I think they have 7 to 8 defeat points already in their hands. So good performance coming from their side, but now we have the big weapon in Airdrop 2, that is AMR. I'm a big fan of AMR.
You'll get only 5 bullets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only 5. I'm not in front. You can't even connect one. you are giving me 5 bullets, how you can...
Even a body shot is enough.
I know you can easily take down anyone despite the fact whatever the loadout is, but you have to be precise. I'm not Ocean, but you know, I can try, However, Pikachu, one of my favorite name, I think so, Gorkhali Warriors. The guy, he has a really good name. I just really want to see a good game from his side too. They're surrounding their opponents, they just need to move inside the circle. Per Bailey, present on the western side of the map, targeting his opponents. Fantastic, has to be careful. RGC Opex lost one, so it's already a 4v3 fight. So Team Gorkhali Warriors can win this, right? Gorkhali Warriors has an upper hand if we talk about the man advantage, right? But they need an opening, and it seems like they're backing off. What? They're going away? No way.
Good decision. Blue Zone is already coming in, Shivansh. Look at that. They were not in the best spot to pick up a fight. It's better to go for the longer rotation, take a little bit of damage of the blue and move towards the safety, because the blue is already giving you damage. There is an enemy in the safe zone. He's shooting in your direction. I think that was a very mature decision that came from the side of Gorkhali Warriors.
We can see that, you know what, Shadow? Sometimes you agree on a lot of things, and I agree on a lot of things, but there are a lot of differences, right? I was like, go for the fights, and you were like, yeah, play safe. Sometimes they're like, yeah, play safe, and you should go for the fight. So
I think it's the age.
Yeah, it's
Old people like the safe and peaceful and the calm. The Gen Z is more like aggression and all.
Okay.
So I said it's the age difference.
I got it, right? You just, you know what? I'm also a calm guy. I don't go for the fight. Sometimes it's like just sit, don't do anything, because I am a lazy kid. You know what? I am a lazy guy, by the way. What I usually do is I just sit at my home, play some game. That's it. That's what I do. But yeah, being aggressive is kind of my key factor. Oh, that stormed away. How you can even miss that? How you can even miss that, dude? Not even your like the worst nightmares you can miss that. But problem, you just got away with that. So I think that the Gen Z kids can relate to that. That we are really impatient, to be honest. Not every single one of them. There's still some cases, but we are impatient. We need every single thing like quickly. Like every single thing should be right in front of us whenever we ask. However, it's not possible. Although we can still, ask for that.
Certainly, we can ask for it, but BDS Mafia and CMF, two teams that impressed me. Two teams that are trying to step up. They are in the close proximity to each other, but right now Rashnath's attention is elsewhere somewhere, as he was trying to take down the players from the moving vehicle of Grim Gaming Esports, but on the other side his own teammate is going to find a confirmation onto Summer of KYODAI, and now they have grabbed the attention of the strongest team, KYODAI. They are outnumbered, but Fabulous Sport is also in the close proximity. So BDS Mafia, all the three players need to find a hard cover for themselves ASAP, otherwise they will be taken down, and that is exactly what is happening as Fabulous Sport finds a beautiful knock and a confirmation with that mini 14 shots onto BDS Mafia player. KB not, and that BDS Mafia now there's somebody on the Grim Gaming Esports are also very brave, making rotations from the middle of three teams. And now they are paying the price as Sujan with that mini takes down Sogak from the moving vehicle and instantly finds a confirmation also. No, the confirmation goes to the players of KYODAI.
Oh, they stole that. In fact, to secure that one. However, Ricky is just hiding behind the bus. He's just trying to confirm that kill and just tried to knock him down, because he just saw that one smoke just bloomed up right away in front of his eyes, using a mini 14. Using a mini 14 in a smoke, you can do some chip damage, but it's not enough. Okay, this grenade might be the one. Jixi might go down, but no, he survived. He has to be careful. He need to survive a little bit long, because you know what? His backs are already being covered by the team. Fantastic for Rixi, barely surviving that Molotov, but I don't think so that he can survive for too long, because he is in open area. Meanwhile, Exotic goes down by the fall damage, and I just told you earlier, right? Rixi He got spotted out from the back lines, and now he's out. He's knocked out.
Well, certainly he has been knocked down, and let's see if a revival might come in or not, as they are surrounded by so many teams. KYODAI, they are being a little cautious, not over-committing to the fight, as they are a little way too spread out. They do understand if the enemy finds a knock onto them, there is no chance of a rescue mission onto them. So that is why they are picking fight carefully. On the other side, can't say the same thing for Grim Gaming Esports, as they have grabbed the attention of BTS Mafia. They have grabbed the attention of CMF IPG, and at the same time, KYODAI. Three teams are looking in the direction, and CMF is the one that is going to find a knock onto 4 United. One of the players. Let's see what's going to happen as Rashnath. He's going to be a little optimistic, shooting in the direction of KYODAI, way too far away from the render range. But now the circle. The circle has taken a little sudden shift, and it is in the pockets of KYODAI. This is a big advantage to the players of KYODAI.
Yeah, this certainly is. This certainly is a big advantage for the players of KYODAI. Oh, it is still a still game. 25 seconds left on the clock. 215 meters for BTS Mafia. 4 Ultra Instincts. Oh, what was that? Sinks has done a great molly. In fact, secures 2. KSX is done. Ultra Instinct. That one Molotov was enough to take down that one team. Ultra Instinct. They really have that Ultra Instinct, dude. And they are also 350 meters far away from the circle, so it's going to be the 6th circle. And it will dish out a hefty amount of damage. Jones is done. He got knocked out. Rocky's trying his level best, but unfortunately he couldn't able to survive for a bit long because Sujin from the back lines takes him down. And now they need to get one Mac back onto his knees, because if they delayed, they might go down from the blue because the zone is closing in.
The zone is certainly closing in, and 3 teams are still yet to make their move inside the safety of the circle, and all they have is 1 minute 22 seconds. But on the other side, one-man army has been eliminated by the players of 4 United as the last man was standing. But because of the play zone, BTS players are also falling down, and Sujan with that mini, he is not stopping. Fabulous for Sujan, he's on a rampage with a mini 40 players getting the confirmation as well. But Cyrus from the shack area takes down Dominic, who was out there in the open. But now he has been punished. An elimination sent to the lobby. KYODAI. Well, they are still looking for the repeat. Gaming Esports has been eliminated, and Fabulous 4 are also sharing the same adjacent compound. In fact, the same compound with the players of OMGUN.
They certainly are, but I don't think they can live in peace for so long. CMF, IPG, two of the men are down. Kozo receives some amount of damage from the side angles, and he's just healing himself up, just applying a lot of those meds and the boosters. Rashnath not stopping at all. BTS Mafia is doing crazy job, but Rashnath finally goes down. But so as a team, BTS Mafia end up at the 10th position. Falsal already revived his teammate Naruto. Now he's on the similar role, reviving his another teammate. The 5th zone close in, and now we have the 5th zone in front of us. 45 seconds for the 2nd circle. Retaliation X goes out at the 9th without even securing single elimination. That's that, and that's bad too. Cyrus is done. So as a team. KYODAI, they are done, ladies and gentlemen. 8th position. This is TMF's game. If they do it, if they secure the chicken, they will just move up and will find themselves in the top 5 shadow. But it's not going to be an easy job because you still have 17 to deal with.
7 teams, 21 players, and Fabulous 4 having the entire control of the western front, having the circle in the periphery in their favor. But on the eastern side is where all the action is happening, as Pikachu has been taken down from the side of Gorkhali Warriors. But their teammates are busy eliminating the players of Team Opex and fighting with IA. They are taking way too much on their plate. Let's see if they can win in the situation. But Pikachu, who was down, has been revived. He's again back on his feet. That means the numbers are still with Gorkhali Warriors and Opex. Can't say the same thing because they are becoming the patty in the sandwich right now. And I8, they are retaliating. One of the player again gets taken down from the side of I8 crew over there. Gorkhali Warriors, they need to revive the fallen teammate and they have to move inside the safety of the circle as well. And looks like they're already making their move, and so are the players of Team I8 Crew as well. But CMF IPG still looking very confident, and so are the players of Team Fabulous 4.
Yeah, they certainly are looking so confident, Shadow. The one thing that's going to mention is need to get away with Chicken. They need to secure that one. Nobody with a good knock. Falsal is down. Kid is moving forward with his teammates because this revival is going to be play an important role. HRX received a lot of damage and no way! Full Ultra Instinct is out. They end up at the 7th. Gorkhali Warriors looking so good. Eliminate Crew. Oh, look at that. RGC Opex is down too. Now it's going to be fight between them and the players of Gorkhali Warriors. What? Pikachu! Where are you looking at, dude? You are done. He goes down. I don't think so that Gorkhali Warriors, they can revive their teammate. Panba also got pinned down. Sky lobbed a grenade. He was the MVP of the previous match and he's looking for the MVP title again, especially in this matchup. Fabulous 4 in the previous match, they end up with 0 points, but this time they're in the top 4. CMF IPG, they are done with this matchup.
Well, certainly they are done, but Fabulous 4 are still not done as they have 73 points in their favor. They have the height advantage as well. But by A, they are looking to the side of OMGUN Esports as Ronin gets taken down. And now OMGUN Esports are left with only one last player, and 1 is a little too much for him, and 8 will eliminate him, and OMGUN Esports gets bye-bye at 4th spot. And now Fabulous 4 is leading the charge towards I8, taking down not just 1, 2 players, and Sushant is also on a very low edge. 1v3 situation right in front of him. Can he do it? Can he clutch it out as he takes hefty damage from the side of Fabulous 4? He's trying to make an escape from the situation, trying to find a hard cover and patch himself up. He finds a safety in the bush. Can he camouflage himself for a very long time? I don't think so, because the players are still hunting. But now Fabulous 4 attention is towards the side of Gorkhali Warriors, and Sujan with a grenade finds a beautiful knock onto one of the player of Gorkhali Warriors. And now is the time where the rescue mission is going on, and Purbali, his job is to keep the enemy at the bay, stop the players of Fabulous 4 from closing in the distance, and eliminate the player, fallen player.
Oh, Sushan goes out, nobody with an amazing spray. Skarl is the one. Skarl is the answer to take that one man down. Sujan is going to lob a grenade. Oh, it's a bit shot. Missed the target, but still they know that where the other players are. They're 20 meters far behind from the circle. Tycoon looking behind, checking the back lines, also the side angles too. If there is someone near those palm trees. 59 seconds, 7 circle closing in. Simpson secures another knock. 9 total eliminations for Fabulous 4. This is humongous. 9 players, 3 teams, 3v3 situation. Technically, it's going to be the match in which Fabulous 4 can secure a chicken. But is it going to be that easy? Nobody secures Sujan. Eliminate Crew. Another player down. Gorkhali Warriors now end up in a worse situation because the main man is down. Pemba is trying his level best. On the other side, Hyde Sir is down too. Pemba goes down. Purbali is the final player surviving. Pemba, the kill had been confirmed. Sujan needs a revival bit. Kozo has some different plans spotted out for Bali, hiding behind that Ronnie truck, and Simpson. He can convert this into a chicken. At least he can convert this into his favor. Kozo with the final finish, and now it just all comes down to the final player, Himson, and he goes down by the Thompson. It's done, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic 4 with the chicken.
Well, they were looking for it from day number 1, the consistent performance that was coming from the side of Fabulous 4. Now finally they find the victory, the winner chicken dinner for themselves with 14 elimination, a brilliant effort, a fabulous, fantastic gameplay coming from the side of Fabulous 4 Esports, living up to their name. The Fabulous is right in their name, and that is how they play every single time. Yes, the match number 1 was not in their favor, that was unfortunate, but they are making a statement. They're not down, they are still in the game, they're still the most strongest team in the lobby. And now with that performance, with those 29 points, I want to see where they're standing in the overall ranking, because yesterday they were on the third spot. Now I think they have made it to the top 2, because Retaliation X had 2 bad games with 0 defeat points, only placement points. Yes, KYODAI are still having a decent performance, still having a good performance in both the games, but still Fabulous 4, let's see where they're going to end up after this.
Where are they gonna end up after this? It's going to be the biggest question. three teams: KYODAI, CMF, IPG, and Fabulous 4. Plus, we can easily include the Retaliation X
Yeah.
and Eliminate crew, right? They're being consistent, right? They're also showcasing good signs, but one player showcasing outstanding performance, and that is none other than the MVP of this match. So let's take a look at the MVP of the second map, Miramar. It's Sujan, my man. You know what? He deserved that. 6
Definitely.
eliminations, 900 almost approximately damage, 6 knocks, perfect conversion rate, 25 minutes survival, and this time he did that on his own 6 eliminations. So it's a good number.
Definitely a good number, and the way Sujan was using that mini 14, he was just hunting players every single direction. The minute he saw a player, he started shooting the players with the mini 14. Even I remember he took down one of the player of Grim Gaming Esports from a moving vehicle with a mini 14. So this man knows how to handle that big weapon. Not so big, yes, that's not a bolt action, but I'm a fan of mini 14, and if I find a player who is playing mini 14 to the perfection, I always like him, and I was very impressed the way Sujan was playing. And definitely fantastic, Fabulous 4 that delivered a very good performance. 6 elimination to a single individual, 893 damage. But along with Sujan, there were 4 more players who showcased a very good performance in this one, and they are also his own teammates,
Yeah.
Kozo and Nobody.
Look at that, 13 total elimination by these 3 lads, right? Kozo with 3, Nobody with 4, Sujan with 6, which equals to, with sum up to 13 total eliminations. And impressive, impressive. Exo on the other side from KSX. Dude, that was an outstanding performance, because this is the only team which was struggling from the day one, from the first match, and he secured 5 elimination on his own. Himson, again, this man doesn't even need any type of we can say introduction, because this man is enough for any person in the lobby. However, let's take a look at the match summary now. We have 60 eliminations, 64 knocks, perfect amount of knocks, to be honest. I love that number. The highest amount of healing, in fact, the total healing is 6,749. Pretty decent, pretty average. 4 grenade eliminations and 2 airdrops being looted.
Well, certainly 2 airdrops, 26 assists, not too many assists are there, no vehicle elimination, but overall a decent match of Miramar went through. But one more team I want to talk about, Shivansh, is I8 crew. But let's first have a look at the match ranking and see which team is in top, and it is going to be Fabulous 4 Esports with 29 points. The other team I wanted to talk about was I8 crew. Had they had the numbers advantage in their favor, this could have been their game, because they were dominating from the very start. 12 eliminations already in their hands, and Himson was the last man standing. Had they had all the 4 players, this team could have grabbed that winner chicken dinner this time.
Yeah, certainly they could have. You know what? Again, every single time you have that perfect chance, you always miss that by an inch, so it hurts. However, KYODAI, 11th position, only 4 total points. This hurts, by the way. Retaliation X with only 1 point, 7 sins with 0. JNP Esports, they still need to get a good game. 3 matches left now. Grim Gaming Esports again with 5 total points, which is still right an average performance, by the way. Let's see, by the way, how they're going to perform in the other 3 matches now. Eagerly waiting for the overall ranking, because it will, you know, decide that what's is going to happen and at which position teams are.
Well, certainly we want to see where teams are standing in the overall ranking, but this time the patience gameplay also paid off really well for the players of One Man Army, especially one player. The way he was holding on to his grounds, the way he was patiently waiting for the players of 7KS to come out to the open, and he striked the moment when it was required towards the side of Nepali line Esports.
Yeah.
That earned him few good defeat points, total 4 elimination points in the in the pockets of One Man Army. But now let's have a look at the damage graph, that which team dished out the most damage, and it is definitely going to be Fabulous 4.
Yep, look at that, 2,789 damage. On the other side, Eliminate 8 with 2,200. And then we can see 1,000 drop, right? Gorkhali Warriors with 1,075. And if you're gonna like calculate the amount of total kills being secured by only 2 teams, sum up to 26 eliminations. Fabulous 4 and eliminated, and the other 40 elimination being secured by the other 10 teams. In fact, 14 teams. That is ridiculously high for these two teams. By the way, let's take a look at the overall ranking now, ladies and gentlemen. KYODAI is still on top with total 96 points, 5 points behind Eliminate Crew. They're just 5 points behind KYODAI. Fabulous for esports. They are also coming up, slowly and steadily charging in onto the top 3. CMF ISPG dropped down 1 spot with 79 total points. Eliminate Crew hasn't secured a single chicken dinner, and they're still in the top 2. Retaliation X, 77 total points. It hurts, right? You secure 2 chicken dinners and you are on the 5th position. It's bad, by the way, but you know what? I'm sure they'll realize it pretty soon, because the next match is going to be an Erangel.
Well, certainly it is going to be Erangel, and Retaliation X, the thing that is not working for them, I think it is the passive approach they are showcasing on day number 2, because yesterday they had 33 defeat points in their favor and they're still on that 33 mark. The passive approach is definitely not working for them, but they're still grabbing the placement points. But on the other side, 7 Sins, they are still sitting on the 16th spot. 7AKS, yes, they are in the 15th spot, but the improvement they have showcased as compared to day number 1, that is very good. Very, I say, valiant efforts are being showcased, especially by one of the player of 7K, is that is 66. The way this particular individual is taking fight, this is very impressive. So yes, 7KS, they are finding their feet slowly and steadily.
Yeah, they're finding their feet slowly and steadily, and you know what, I think so, they are just building up for a massive blow for other teams. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. However, the next map is again back to basics. The next map is going to be Erangel, and the next map will decide that will KYODAI will be able to be at the top, or maybe Eliminate Crew will topple them down, because the difference between them and Eliminate Crew is really, really less. By the way, Team Retaliation X, right? 2 chicken dinners, 44 total placement points, 33 total kill points, right? Which sum up to 77 total points. It's less, right? You are being dependent on those placement points. Especially today, I don't know what just happened. Maybe they just had a thought last night that, okay, you know what? We are doing great. Let's focus on to a different start, which is good, no doubt. It is good, but it's not favoring you, ladies and gentlemen. It's not favoring you. So you should just get back to the basics again. Just stick to your previous strategy. By the way, let's take a look at the schedule. The next map is going to be Erangel, and we're 4 minutes away from that, and we'll witness a plane part 2. I really want a southern circle, right? I really wanted to see a military-based circle, because the fights are going to be really intense. You have those 2 mountains present in the military island, just in front of the C building, right? Especially the 7 tower, the 7-story tower, and it will be a difficult situation for some teams who are not used to playing those type of situations. So I really wanted to see a southern side circle.
Basically, you want Nepali Lions Esports to get a winner with the chicken dinner,
Yeah,
because they are the one who parrot drop in military base island, along with that GNP Esports also, because they also like going towards the side of no reply. So if we get to see a military base circle or southern circle, these 2 teams will benefit heavily.
Yeah, these 2 teams certainly benefit heavily. GNP Esports, right? They are having a bad day. That's what I can say. You know, that's what can describe their position right now, and they can change it pretty easily. They just need a lucky clover, I think. So that's what you need, the 4 leaves clover. So you can change your luck if you really want. By the way, one thing which is really important, and that is securing a chicken dinner. KSAX, 1 player, right? Secure 5 eliminations, which is really good, right? He's just at that very moment carrying his own team in terms of the kill department. If he, if his team is going to support him that perfectly, that he was doing, so they could have secured some more points. They would have be on the first page of the overall ranking. So KSAX is also showcasing good sign of life. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them too. But the real reason behind the southern circle is I want to see that from which area the teams are going to rotate, right? Because you have 2 bridges and then you have the water areas, right? But it's really difficult to rotate from the waterways because the boats, the health is really less, right? you can get spotted out pretty easily if any team has a good scope, if any player has a good spray transference skill, and we have seen some of the players trace very perfectly that if you surpasses them, you are done, my man.
Well, definitely, but I don't want a southern circle. Maybe I'm bored
Okay.
of southern circles. I'm I'm definitely bored of Southern Circle. I want to witness a crazy circle, something extreme crazy towards the side of Quarry where there's so many terrains. It becomes very challenging for the teams to survive and find a hard cover. Or maybe towards that little island between the northern island and Rozak area. Maybe over there we have water bodies, we have bridges, we have everything over there. So maybe towards the side of Rozak or Ruins area, that will be pretty interesting to see. Or something towards Stelber also, because the terrain over there is not so easy to work around with. It is not very familiar to all the teams, so it is going to be pretty interesting. But PUBG gods, they have their own mind. They are not going to listen to us. They are not going to award us with a circle we want to witness, but maybe they can award the circle which the teams want. So let's see where the first circle is going to form. And this time, oh my god, I think I can see a quarry circle or maybe a bridge circle if it goes heavily towards southern side, towards ferry pier. Maybe it could end up nearby the bridge area. The chances are very less, but looks like this is going to be a gatka circle. That means vehicles need to be very handy. Teams need to grab those buggies, all the four vehicles, because if in the end it tends to go towards an open circle, you need the hard cover for yourself. You need those vehicles for the rotation. And again, two teams who always live in harmony in the city of Yasnia are again para-dropping. One is Gorkhali Warriors, the other one is 4 United. Gorkhali Warriors, I have to say, the way they have improved their gameplay is pretty impressive. Now they are finding themselves in the top 8 or top 6, I think they are. But yesterday they were on the bottom, and now every single time they end up at least in top 2 or top 3 position. Yes, last game also they were in the top 3 position. So yes, Gorkhali Warriors are also putting up valiant efforts to come in the top, and maybe they can come to the top 5. But right now I8 crew Sky 25 with that DP28 was being a little too optimistic, trying to shoot in the direction of RGC Opex, but he realized that optimism is not going to help. He needs that scope. So instead of making his presence felt, he's going for the loot, he's going for the resources required to pick up a fight. On the other side, the
Yeah.
team that is impressing me, the team that has stepped up big time, 7AKS, well, they are going for the loot in smaller compounds.
You know what? Sometimes you'll find a gem inside that smaller compound, right? When you are, you know what? This thing happens with me a lot of times. When I was like, you know what? Whenever when I play with my friends, I was like, hey, dude, let me just collect some loot. You can go inside that one small shack, and whenever I go to a, you know what you can say, a three-story, a triple-story, or maybe a barn house. Sometimes what I found is an Uzi or a shotgun, or maybe an S12K, right? But my friend, whenever he just goes inside the shack, would have find like an M762 or an M416. I don't know why this happens to me again and again, or maybe I'm cursed or something like that. But sometimes you can find gem inside those small compounds. So do check those out, and especially for utilities.
You're talking about the small compounds. When I'm playing the game, or when I used to play game in the entire city, I used to find shotguns or maybe an Uzi, and my
Okay.
teammates used to find 6 times scope, a mini, an M416, and everything required. Maybe I'm way too bad. I always look in the wrong direction to go for the loot, so that's why I stopped playing the game entirely, because I realized I
No
can't win
way.
as a player. Better to be a caster. There, I can at least have a career. But right now, the team, one player that know how to keep the calm and the composure and the patience is Hexel from the side of one man army, and now he's making a rotation. But in front of him is another team going for the similar rotation. That is RGC Opex.
Yeah, RGC Opex, they're just running away, right? They have the one of the fastest vehicle present in the game, coupe and a buggy. By the way, buggy is a really fuel efficient um, vehicle. It takes less fuel and it just runs fast. But it has a.
Uh-oh.
I thought it just got stuck, right? The coupe. This happens a lot, especially with those small haystacks. By the way, I was talking about the buggy, right? there's only one bad thing about buggy. If your buggy starts toppling down, there are chances that you might go down too, because it's not covered and your head is open. And yeah, this happens to me, by the way, a lot of times. Plus, if someone just burst out your rear tire, you are done, dude. You're done. Your buggy will start drifting, and your life starts shifting apart. So you have to be careful when you're driving a buggy.
But if you're a solo player, you have an advantage also, as the back of the buggy is bulletproof. So that is why majority of the players rely on those buggies. Better to grab 4 buggies and make a hard cover for yourself, and especially in these kind of circles which can end towards a sort of gatka, I think the vehicles are definitely going to come handy. This is the vehicle I hate the most, Coop. I have a very big problem driving it because I don't know, I just hate this vehicle, but looks like for Ultra
Okay.
Instinct, they love this vehicle. They are already going for the rotation towards the side of Gatka or Quarry, I believe. Let's see if they can find a safe residency somewhere, safe compound for themselves, because in these circles, you need to grab those compounds as soon as possible instead of barging into the compounds of your opponents. So better be the first one, have the safety net of the compounds, and try and stop the enemy from barging in your compound. But on the other side, OMGUN Esports, they had one bad game, one decent game. Let's see how the third game is going to go.
You know what? If they get another game in their backpack, I told you earlier, they will get the victory. They will secure the perfect win for sure. However, it just all comes down to their final positioning and the way they're gonna play in this match of KYODAI. One of my favorite team, by the way, but for now they're struggling. They're struggling a bit. So yeah.
I don't think they're struggling. They're struggling to find a safe compound. Yes, they are struggling to find a safe compound for themselves. Let's see which compound they are going to hold on to. But what just happened? Because of a play zone, Fabulous for Tycoon gets taken down. Was he disconnected or something? We have to see that. Let's see if we can find out what just happened, because it's just the first circle. It's not possible to get taken down by the play zone. But his teammate is there to rescue. I want to see how many medkits does he have. What just happened with the guy?
I don't know. Maybe he just get um. He thought he can survive the speed of the Lambo, but you know what? It's the fastest vehicle present right now.
Yeah,
Kind of
definitely.
the fastest, yeah, at least. If you're gonna compare it with any another vehicle, it is good looking and it's fast too. But yeah, maybe he just got dropped out from his vehicle a little bit early, and for realizing it, he got knocked out. Anything can happen. But
Well, maybe sometimes by mistake you press the exit button.
yeah, I just press it. Sometimes I do it on purpose. So I was like, you know what? I got bored and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it for fun. Let's do it for content. Let's do it for style points. However, it's not recommended, guys. You should not waste your medkits. You should not waste your health utilities uh, doing some crazy stunts like I do. However, that's the difference between me and you. You are the players and I'm a caster, so that's a clear cut, self-realization moment. And I think so. This is the time I should get back to the game. Nice
Well,
one. That's what I'm like talking about. Oh, that was cool positioning Ketone was holding, but now here comes a backup. For how long Nepali Lions player can survive? He's Australian for 1% Mr. Oh, we got away with that one kill, or he couldn't able to secure it because the teams were pretty fast. And oh, GNP Esports, despite the fact they almost lost their teammate, they still managed to get like himself back on his feet, and now they are reviving him. Mr. Avi, he has to be careful. Shaka OP is in the same vicinity. He has the high ground. One bullet can decimate, in fact, can kill your hopes and your dreams. But Mr. Avi got away with the knock. Couldn't able to secure that, but for now you should be happy, right? He could have got traded by his opponents, but he's safe now. And that's why I love this vehicle. It looks good and it has a good amount of speed. But TNP Sport, what you guys are doing? They don't even know about the death trap. Nepali Lions set it up.
both these teams are trying to go for the bridge block. GNP Esports are also trying to go for the bridge block. On the other end, we have Nepali Lions team holding on to the other end of the bridge. They just ran into each other, found one knock, coincidentally. Luckily, but if he had gone for the confirmation, he could have it could have costed him his own life. So that was a mature and smart decision. But the question is, they're going for the bridge block for which team? Because all the teams from the southern side, they've already moved on the northern island or central island. So these two teams, they have to fight their way against each other. Nepali Lions, yes, they have an advantage because they are on the central island. On the other side, GNP Esports, the minute the circle is going to shift, they have to take their fight, or maybe just go from some other way, waterways towards the circle. But GNP Esports right now, they're engaging in a fight with the players of BTS Mafia. No, it is not BTS Mafia, it is for United Esports. Both the teams are fighting in the open, way too spread out, and other teams are also present in the close proximity. So there is a very high chance of a third party happening, and looks like we have a quarry circle. My wishes are being granted. Oh my god.
I think they'll be quite happy because of this circle, and Korea is a really worst place to fight, right? Whenever you're gonna play a war game, have you ever played a war Shadow? Like if you go up, to the quick match, you can find a war in which you can play with an M16, M4, Scarl, or maybe with the Car 90s. I hate the query map because some of the players hide on top of the mountain, some of them are just fighting in the depth of the query, in the core of the query. So that's why I hate it. By the way, I think the PUBG gods just gave a sign to the players of KYODAI, and that is, you know what, you guys should take the level 3 kit, get a suppressor, get an AUG, and you're good to go. This is the best sign. I think so. This could be the moment after which KYODAI can secure another chicken and they can maintain their lead.
Certainly, they have been rewarded by the PUBG gods with an airdrop, AUG, and level 3 armor right in their home. Let's see if they can, if they will go for it. I think they will definitely go for it. But GNB Esports, now the problem begins because the next circle is definitely going to go away from them. And the way Nepal Lions have placed all the 4 players, they're already looking for few knocks and defeat points in the name of GNP Esports. They're already looking in their direction. It's the game of the patience for Nepali Lions, to be very honest. It is a game of the patience. They just have to hold their position patiently and wait for GNP to come out in the open or move towards the circle. That is when they have to strike. It is already in their favor, but let's see one unorthodox gameplay GNP is going to come up with. But somewhere else, a son of 7S has been spotted down by Fabulous 4 Kozo, and with that M416 finds a beautiful knock. Let's see if the confirmation will be coming in. I think the confirmation will be coming in because he was all by himself. I can't see his teammates anywhere near him. I wonder what he was doing in that case. But Kozo with that vehicle gets a confirmation as well. And now 7S, 7 Sins. Well, they are one player short, and after 13 minutes, we have our first bloodshed.
Finally we saw that, right? Finally we have the first kill. Quite happy with that, although it's still going to be a little bit difficult for some people. Man, shot, knock, he might do it again. Oh no! Oh, that was a really close call. And you know when you talk about luck, this is what I'm gonna say. That this is luck, dude. This is luck. This is what luck looks like.
Well, certainly they were lucky. They found a safe compound for themselves, but now KYODAI are also trying to breach the very same compound, but somewhere else. Retaliation X are no longer in the passive gameplay mode as they are finding few knocks and confirmation onto the players of BTS Mafia in the finish feed, and Jaga is going to retaliate and he's going to find a knock onto the players of Team One Man Army, and let's see if a confirmation is coming or not. But right now in Ferry Pier, we have 3 teams going up against each other holding adjacent compounds. One is KYODAI, one is GNP Esports, and other one is also Fabulous 4, and that means this Ferry Pier area is going to be full of bloodbath. But Retaliation X, well, they are not stopping as they found one more knock onto BTS Mafia.
Yeah, this is the moment where they can shine. This is the moment where they can find some good kills for them. By the way, this is going to be a close call for them. However, I'm gonna say Summer has a really good angle. Yesterday we saw a similar type of circle shadow in which CMF almost had a chicken dinner. So KYODAI, in fact, also had great outing in the previous, in the similar zone, and I really want to point out Retaliation X plan. So some of the teams I just mentioned, they had played similar type circle yesterday. So I can say that they are in this one, but for how long? Because one-man army teams like them are also joining the fray. Ultra Instinct, 4 Ultra Instinct. Okay, I have high expectations from them because I think that they are a huge fan of one of my favorite shows. So that was the only reason.
Well, certainly, but the fifth circle is giving trouble to so many teams as they are not going to find. They are going to find themselves away from the safe circle, and now they have to make their moves, especially the players of RGC Opex, because vehicles are already going for the rotation, but somewhere else, OMGUN Esports are in a bit of pickle as one of the teammate has been taken down, and it is not just KYODAI, it is GNP also creating trouble for OMGUN. It is exotic. Has been taken down. Ronin finds a rescue mission onto R7, but Ronin comes out to the open. The smoke is not going to help for a very long time as it is KYODAI and GNP, both the teams going up against OMGUN Esports, but on the other side, Grim is also opening things against the players of RGC Opex, finds a confirmation as well and takes on another player, fantastic as well. That means Opex, their trouble have started beginning as they are standing as a two-man army.
Yeah, they're standing as a two-man army, but I don't think that they can stand for too long. Shadow, and things are not looking good. 7 sins, although they're slowly doing all in. It's a good sign for them because they are going good. And that's going to be the question. OMGUN Esports is going to be the final side. They're against KYODAI. Isap has to switch to a DP. Will he survive? The answer is going to be no.
Definitely the answer is going to be no, and with that OMGUN Esports, they have been eliminated at 16th spot, and first squad wipe comes at 15 minutes 15 seconds. IH crew, well, they have a single hard cover for themselves, and they're spotted the first as they're going for the rotation, and with that RGC Opex also gets eliminated during the mid rotation, and 14 teams, 49 players still remaining. This is the most safe gameplay that teams are opting for. Every single team understand the gravity of the situation right now, but Gorkhali Warriors, they are still on the periphery, somewhere on the periphery of the circle, and they have an enemy right in front of them. That is going to be Grim Gaming Esports. All the players out there in the open, the grenades are being lobbed from both the directions. Rixie needs to patch himself up, but looks like he's a little short on those post states. Let's see if his teammates can give him.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the case. Grim Gaming Esports, all the 4 players, they're a little short on those healings, but they do have the grenades in the Holocaust, which they are utilizing to the perfection towards the side of Gorkhali Warriors, and one of the players has been brought down to 1 HP. Beautiful knock comes in, and this is the moment when they have to strike, go for the confirmation, and finds one more knock and confirmation onto Howdy Sir, also with UMP 45, and Grim Gaming managed to eliminate 2 players in a matter of few seconds.
In a matter of few seconds, as you just told us, right? This is going to be. This look good, by the way. There's no way teams like GRM can survive in this situation. So, they got it out. Oh, if the vehicle goes down, they might face an elimination. Soja goes down. Zeo from the distance. I can't even spot the players out, but still they managed to eliminate them. That's the presence of KYODAI, Shadow. That is how much experience they are. On the other side, some of the players are going down by the blue. The play zone just going to restrict in after 50 seconds, and 7 sins against MAFIA. And look at that, one team is still trying to swim around near the water area. So it is good. It's no way it's bad, but you know what? You have to be careful.
Well, you certainly have to be careful. BTS Mafia is still on the shorelines of the ferry pier area. We have 7 sins, also so many teams. Now they have to make the hard decision, make the hard journey inside the safety of the circle. And look at that barrage of colors outside of safe circle. It is going to be very challenging for all these teams to move inside the circle without suffering any casualty. Right now, BTS Mafia, they have a warehouse under their control, but 7 sins is right in front of them. They can't avoid this fight. They have to pick this fight, but somewhere else, Gorkhali Warriors finds a beautiful knock onto the player Sujan of Fabulous 4. The star player of Fabulous 4 has been taken down. Let's see if the rescue mission can come in, if the player can be revived. But the kill feed is running as CMF IPG are also finding few good defeat points in the name of GNP Esports. That whole Ultra Instinct eliminated at 12th spot.
Yeah, Ultra Instinct goes out at the 12th, but was the biggest enemy, I think, so Shadow. That's why they faced elimination. 7 in the stretch, just trying to collect some more points in this situation. Chief OG goes out from his safe position and secures a knock. PTS Mafia now they are in a bit of trouble. They need to secure some points. They need to get those kills in their favor. Himson goes out. Eliminate 8! If this goes down, they might get out from the game.
Well, certainly they can be eliminated. That risk is going to be there. But right now, BTS Mafia are the team that is the team that is suffering, as Rashpat has been taken down. And Ash, if he's looking for the rescue mission, he has to come out in the open. And if he makes that mistake, CMF IPG are placed perfectly to punish him. But somewhere else, Fabulous 4 are also looking for good defeat points with those vehicle explosion, accumulating as many points as they can. But Ash finally finds a safe cover to revive his own teammate, but Death Storm, he's trying to lob grenades, molotovs, all the levels, and finally the molotov eliminates the entirety of BTS Mafia, and BTS Mafia with 6 elimination bids bye-bye at 1 score.
Look at that, Fabulous 4 also got pinned down by the team of Eliminate Crew. It means that both the teams knew that what is on the line and what type of gameplay they are expecting from their opponents. On the other side, we saw another team goes out from the lobby. KS trying to level best. Fabulous 4, they got pinned down. This is not looking good for them at all. Viper is still a little bit far away from the zone, so he has to be careful. Every single step just gonna decide that where they're gonna stand in the overall rankings. CMF IPG also struggling a bit because they lost one of their players, and the circle is not even giving them a single chance, Shadow.
Well, certainly they are not giving any single chance. But talking about GNP Esports, Shafik last man standing from their side, and Fabulous 4 with a valiant effort. Now they have been eliminated at 7th spot. They have a few defeat points to back them in the overall ranking, but Nepal Lions, they have a hard compound, but the circle is not in their favor. They are looking in the direction of one-man army, grabbing as much intel and information as much possible now, but they also have to move inside the circle. I think the team that is already inside the circle is one-man army and 7KS. Yes, this can be the opportunity, the golden opportunity for the plus of 7KS to grab that winner chicken dinner for themselves. But right now they are way too scattered. They are in a 2v1 versus 1 split, and Nepali Lions, they are already closing in the distance. Kronos with that vehicle was being little too optimistic, and Cynex finds a beautiful knock onto Kronos. And can he knock onto Hexel also? I think he can.
I think he can. He can still do it, but he has to be careful, right? He already gave away his location, so he has to be a little bit careful. Exo trying to provide some cover, but his teammates are doing it pretty perfectly. Zorde from a distance takes out Sky, one of the best player. Incredible 8 with trouble. Zorde from the distance doing his great job. Mr. Avi now closing in the distance. He might save his teammate. Will able to revive his teammate. I think the answer is going to be yes, Shadow. Oh yes, he did that.
Well, certainly he did that, but from the northern side, we have another strong team coming in, that is I8 Crew. This can be their opportunity as well, but right now CMF IPG are taking things pretty aggressively, but now Fazal has been taken down. Deathstorm is looking for the confirmation onto Nepali Lions with those grenades, and can he lob the perfect projectile required, but no, he's going to miss, but the Groza is going to come into the action as he takes on not just one, only one player. Other player is still bleeding. He's going to get the confirmation, and Nepali Lions lost 2 players in a matter of few seconds, and CMF IPG, they have grabbed 63 points in their hands, but all the commotion is happening towards the southern side. Again, they have managed to get themselves away and from distance from all those fights towards the northern side.
CMF IPG comes out the players off DD, and now they're taking them down one by one. Naruto has to close in the distance. 15 meters going to be the number. There's only one player left, and that's going to be Hexel. Naruto spots him out, moving inside the smoke, and smoke is not a good thing. On the other side, Nepali Lions. Oh, the back wasn't that clear, and the plan was to. So that's why he got eliminated. Naruto, look at that, he's just jumping around. Got spotted out by Zeltrex. KSX also making things difficult for them. Dominic is the only player surviving. KSX might rule out the situation. And the circle shift towards the incredible 8 Crew, Shadow. CMF IPG takes an exit at the 4th position, but look at their kills. It's 10. Naka. Oh, okay. He got picked off by the waters. Okay, he got killed instantly. I thought he was knocked out, but no, that's not going to be the answer. But Sushan, hiding behind that burned vehicle, he got drowned, by the way. 2 players from Incredible 8 crew against 3 players from 7, in fact 2 players from 7KS Axe and 1 Excel. The zone is favoring them. They have a solid cover, but they already gave up their positions. The opponents know that where they are. And at this situation, I think so the only thing they can do is just pop out some smokes, just bloom up some smokes, use some smokes to get an extra cover, because they're still 5 meters, in fact 8 meters behind that really close in and dished out a lot of damage. Now he's thrown down. Oh, he saved himself. He saved himself at the perfect nick of time. Sky has 5 bandages and 2 energy drinks, 1 grenade, not even a single smoke. So it's not an ideal situation. The blue is closing in. Hexel, I don't think so that he can survive, and he might go down and he might drown himself. Ziltrix trying to pick his opponent who was hiding behind the tree. It was very good run in. Sky with an amazing knock, Shadow.
Well, it was certainly a beautiful knock coming from the side of Illuminate Crew. Sky has already opened things up. If they manage to confirm the knock also, I think things are already in the favor of I8 Crew over there. But one-man army, the last man standing, is making the mature decision of not moving any muscle and letting the 2 teams fight among each other. And Sky finally finds a confirmation as well. And with that, 7AKS has been eliminated. And the last player of one-man army also bids bye-bye at second spot. And I8 Crew, they were looking for that winner-winner chicken dinner from the very first game. They missed it last time, and now they get it in the 9th match?
Yeah.
I think 8th match. 8th match, they get it with 7 elimination total, 22 points. Finally, this is going to help their case in the overall ranking.
You know what? It just got a really good boost. KYODAI had a great run, by the way. We can't, just say that they had a bad outing. No, that's not going to be the case, because they already had decent lead between them and Eliminate 8, but it wasn't that decent, right? It was just 5 points, and Eliminate 8 instantly denies that with a 22 banger after this Erangel match. Now, in fact, I just want to say one thing, and that is we have 2 matches left. Shadow, if Eliminate 8 is going to play like this, they might get a chicken. They might become the champions, and this team from the Nepal region, if I'm not wrong, Shadow, might lift up the trophy, might get the champions title. And if they do so, I'll be quite happy, because, to be honest, before this 8th match, there was not even a single team who was contesting the first position, because KYODAI was literally consistent throughout those 7 matches. We saw Retaliation X was moving up, and they were at the 2nd position, CMF IPG2, but still, in spite of the fact they were showcasing the good signs, KYODAI was still at the top. However, the one thing that was a little bit weird about the top teams is they were playing a little bit passive, especially in these type of situations. They were not suppressing, they were holding till the circle closed in, and they were just looking for the perfect nick of time, and that's how you can secure a chicken, right? That's a good sign, by the way. Now, let's take a look at the MVP, and again it's Sky. Come on, man! How many times did you get that MVP title, dude? Come on, give someone else a chance.
I think I8 Crew deserved it. Sky has been one of the star players, stood out player from the side of Illuminate Crew. This time he's having 5 elimination and 746 damage that he was dishing out. 5 knocks, perfect knock to elimination conversion also coming in from his side. 2 headshot, that means his crosshair placements are very accurate. His accuracy is very good. That means Sky is definitely one of the star player from the side of Illuminate Crew. But I want to see where exactly Illuminate Crew is standing in the overall ranking as well, because last I saw them, they were in the top 3, I think, and this time they can find themselves in the top 2 or maybe on the top spot. We never know. We don't know what's going to happen, but this game teams were taking pretty seriously. It was after 16-minute mark that we found one first blood, our one knock, first blood. It was after 16-minute mark, but along with Sky, we have our top players as well, and two of them are going to be from CMF IPG, a team that is impressing everyone on day number 2.
The team has really impressed us on basically today. But EXO, another player from EXO made into the top players, so I'm quite happy. However, it's still in the 5th position. But for now, we can digest that. Other than Sky, we have that Strawman Dominic from same team. That is CMF IPG's U with 4 elimination and only 414 damage. Look at that, 5 elimination and 317 damage. So Dominic doing a really great job by just investing a little amount of bullets. Huawei, let's take a look at the match summary now. 66 knocks, 61 elimination. The longest elimination was 351 meters. A pretty decent total, hitting 6,886.
And we have 3 vehicle eliminations also, and this is pretty impressive. I remember seeing one vehicle elimination, so this time players, yes, they were being cautious, but at the same time they were being a little optimistic. Vehicle explosion is something I always love to see. And we have 5 grenade elimination, 1 airdrop looted, 27 assists. Basically a very good summary of this particular one.
Yeah, you know what, 3 vehicle elimination, I'm quite happy. 3 peeps got the style points, and however, we are not gonna add those style points into the overall rank, but you can just get that from my side, and I think so from Shadow side too. However, the most important part is we have seen 27 assists, which means we can see a lot of the teams were helping their teammates to secure some kills, and those were really important, to get those points. But now we have the mass ranking. Eliminate crew with second, 22 total points. CMF IPG with 11 elimination at the end. I think so. I thought they got 10, but no, it is 11 eliminations in total, and they have 19 total points. KS Axe with a 17 banger. Wow, what a great performance by them. On this side, one-man army, 15 total points from their side. Nepali Lions also with a good sign of aggression, total 9 points. KYODAI 8 points. So if we're gonna include that 12, like the 4 points difference between them and eliminate crew, it's a sum up to 12. And if we're gonna divide it, just gonna minus it from the points eliminate crew has acquired, it's a sum up to total 10 points, which means eliminate crew and KYODAI has a 10 points difference between them and the team just below them. So yeah, it's a close call again. The overall ranking is still pretty vulnerable.
Well, certainly it is very volatile as of now. 2 matches are still remaining. Top 8 teams, anything can happen. Anyone can topple over any other team if they deliver a very good dominating performance. But I think RGC Opex this time, it was very unfortunate for them. They were taken out pretty early in the game. 4 Ultra Instinct also, they are sitting on the 15th spot with only 1 point. Retaliation X, what is happening with Retaliation X? Day number 1, they were on the top of the leaderboard for first 3 matches. Later on, they were toppled over by KYODAI. They came on the 2nd spot, but still they were in the top, at least in the top 2. And now they are not able to deliver a good performance at all. Every single time they are coming the later off of the leaderboard.
You know what? Kind of a bad luck. We can say that. At least they're trying their level best, but they're just I think 1 or 2 inches far behind from the final outcome. However, let's take a look at the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, because the next map is going to be my favorite map. It is none other than a Sanhok. I am really afraid of those vehicles. Shadow is really afraid of those snakes you can find in Sanhok, because they are deadly. They are poisonous. They are venomous snakes. However, I missed the Sanhok action yesterday. So what happened yesterday? Like Shadow, did you saw any of the players goes for that snake in action, or every single one just playing it normally?
Not really. What surprised me was not even a single player or a single team was going for the heal battle meta.
Okay.
Because whenever Sanhok comes in competitive scenario, we know teams tends to go towards those heal battles in the final circle. But yesterday it was completely missing. Maybe on day number 2 we can see teams resort to those heal battles. But talking about the snakes, no, there were no snakes yesterday.
Okay.
At least not yesterday.
I think so. Like these teams are not opting for the regular strats, right? Just mentioned
Yeah.
the heal battle, the snake in action, that is also basically converted into a strat after watching a lot of the teams are using it. However, we can see that more often in our region, right? Teams are still opting for those OG strats, and they're still sticking to that. I really like that these teams are doing something different, and which is working out in their favor, and that's what we really like need, especially in this PUBG Mobile era, right? You need to do something different. You have to rely on your raw aim, your basic, and sometimes your advanced strats. Just leave those OG strats behind you, and then just do something different, and it will definitely give you a result, and that would just happen. But you know what? Sometimes you have to play it pretty calmly, so that you can get a better result. Now, 2 matches left. This is going to be the second last match. After this, we will get our champion of this PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2022. That champion will get a huge amount of prize pool, total $8,000 after 50 out of $50,000. So, and then you know what, they will can move forward, and they can easily celebrate that they have become the champion. Also, the best part is 6 regions were participating in this fall split, so it wasn't an easy journey for them.
Well, certainly it wasn't easy for anyone, but overall, talking about every single team has showcased a very good performance in one game or the other game in the 2-day finals of PMCO Fall Split South Asia. So every single team here deserves all the glory that they are getting. But right now, talking about the flight path, we are witnessing a similar flight path as yesterday. This time, it is going from the side of Cow towards southern side of Camp Alpha. That means it is heavily favoring the Camp Alpha island, but it is a 4x4 map, so you can easily glide in. Let's see which team is opting for a southern drop towards Bantai, Camp Charlie, Docks, or Kampong. But talking about the circle, I want to see a cave circle because it is one of the area that has not been explored by so many teams. Majority of the teams, in fact, in the lobby have not explored the cave area, so it will be pretty interesting to see how teams adapt to that kind of a circle. But my wishes are not being granted because the circle is towards the southern western side. That means Painan is right in the epicenter where the players of Team Fabulous 4 are. That means Fabulous 4, this can be their game also, but Retaliation X, the team that is struggling on day number 2 to find their feet in the game, the circle is also favoring them, but in the close proximity, they have an opponent, that is OMGUN Esports, and with that, first blood is already coming in towards the side of Gorkhali Warriors as Team KYODAI is already opening things in Cow against them, and the numbers advantage has been taken away from Gorkhali Warriors. Let's see KYODAI Cyrus with the DABS. We know this is one of the deadly weapon in the close range. Let's see if he can find one more knock or not on the other side. Hore sir, he still doesn't have enough armor or the loot to go for a close range compact, but Pikachu is already holding on to a different angle that can be a game changer in this situation. But I like the fact that KYODAI, they are not overcommitting into this fight. They are just holding on to the perfect angles required in this situation, and so are the players of Gorkhali Warriors. Pikachu with that UMP45, he can do a lot of damage towards the side of KYODAI if he has a grenade, but unfortunately, I was just checking that only. He has no throwables at all. One perfect grenade can be the game changer in this situation, but Samar is already closing the distance towards Gorkhali Warriors as 2 players are still hiding under the compound, and Samar is backed by his teammates Cyrus and Zayo. 3 players are charging towards Gorkhali Warriors. They are not even having the numbers advantage. The 3rd player is a little far away from them. It's a 2v4 situation right now, and Genos is going for a very long flank angle just in case Gorkhali Warriors also have a flank angle to cut that off. So yes, it is going to be very interesting. 1 defeat point already in KYODAI. Cyrus with a DBS is hunting for the players, looking for the sound cues which Gorkhali Warriors are not giving right now.
DBS is a really deadly weapon, Shadow. And okay, we have an S12K. So now it is interesting. S12K versus the DBS. S12K won, but against an UMP, you don't have a chance. Pikachu is really trying his level best to get that fight in his favor. Genos playing towards the outside. Pikachu, he already knows where he is. He's charging onto him. This is going to be a close battle. No, it's going to be the answer. Thompson won that, and Genos already had a angle, plus he had an upper advantage of the TPP side, so he used it in his favor. And now Gorkhali Warriors, they are on the verge of elimination. A Victor with an extended mag, which means 33 bullets. Howdy. Oh, when he's done. That's it. That's the game for the Gorkhali Warriors.
And his crosshair placement was also a little off. That's why KYODAI, well, they have managed to grab 4 defeat points already in their favor, but I think they have lost one player also. They have suffered one casualty. Now they have to stand as a 3-man army. Right now they are in the cow area. They have good resources and everything. Let's see how this game is going to pan out for the players of KYODAI. On the other side, in the ruins, we have Retaliation X towards the southern side of ruins. In ruins, we have team OMGUN Esports. That means a fight can break in this scenario. But on the other side, the team that Sanhok became a game changer yesterday for this particular team, that is CMFIPG, because they started finding the momentum from the Sanhok map only. Let's see if they can replicate the similar story in this Sanhok also.
You know what? Every single team heard that. They don't want them to shine and outshine on the other side. Exotic OG. And in the shadow, it is going to be an important map for them. Dominic with that amazing spray with M416 with 3 times on it. Secures the pick. And his teammate is free, and he can easily revive him, but for how long he can survive there, right? Naruto, this man is just well different. Every single time whenever we're just gonna spectate him, he's just reviving his teammate or maybe collecting some kill. Hazard is also a good player there, knocks out the player of 7 cents, and not 7 cents, 4 Ultra Instincts. GRP, Ketone goes out. A very good cover fire, not from his teammate, but from a different team, and that is KSX. KSX secured 17 points from the previous map. So, Shadow, do you really think that they're going to do it again?
Definitely. They have stepped up big time. The improvement they have showcased in day number 2 as compared to day 1, this is worth appreciating. And yes, this time also they have 1 defeat point already in their favor, and they basically pinned down the players of GNP. But right now they also need to realize that they don't overexpose themselves, as they are outplayed in open. There is a chance of third party happening. When it comes to Sanhok, third parties are most common thing we witness, so they need to be a bit careful in this fight.
You have to be careful in every single fight, but especially in Sanhok. So if we talk about this man, he's really skillful. He has that raw aim to take any fight and in fact to win those. However, he's playing a little bit safe because he also knows that it's going to be difficult for him. Synex on the other side receives some amount of damage. Zara already got a revival and now he's back on his feet. Exo is backing off because the distance is really quite a lot between these two teams. There's a river between them, so there's no way you can, secure a perfect, what we can say, perfect kill in that situation.
Well, definitely, it gave them a perfect defeat point for themselves, but 7 SKS, well, they have resources. Now we have the big weapon also, AWM, but it is Sanhok. Let's see if any of the player is going to opt for that bolt action, big weaponry. But yes, level 3 is something that can help them in the later stages of the game. And I8, well, they are placed perfectly to go for this particular airdrop, the first airdrop of the game. But talking about Zeltrex, well, he has an idea about the players of Team 7 Sins also, like you mentioned. So let's see if he's going to make his presence felt, if he's going to pepper any bullets in their direction, or are they going to be a little silent? I think being silent in the situation is the most
viable option, I think so. Yeah, but
viable option.
We have a boat and a skin. That's a dark skin, I really like it. And look at that, who's using it. It's KYODAI. The team who just toppled down onto the 2nd position, not happy with their performance. And not happy with the incredible 8th performance because they were the one who toppled them down, right? So, it's going to be a little bit difficult for every single team that how they're going to react to this type of aggression. Zeltrix, every single time this man spots out an enemy, he tend to fire some shots and tend to give away his location, but this time it seems like he's just being silent. They know that there is one team and that is GNP Esports just behind them, so he's trying to set up a trap for both the teams, but at this moment they're playing really safe. Dude, come on, get your vehicle, dude. What are you doing? Okay, there's a 4x, I think so. There's a 4x Or maybe a 2x. What do you think, Shadow? What's your call? I thought it's a 2x. Yeah, it's a 2x. It's two
We'll
times
find
though.
out. We'll find out. But I think it's a smart decision not to make your presence feel at this point, because you already have the benefit of the circle. You're already in a safe spot. It's not just one team. There are two teams present in the close proximity, and in a map like Sanhok, you can't afford a third party in the situation, especially when you're looking for accumulating points to find yourself on the first page of the overall ranking. So yes, 7AKS, they are making a mature decision. I am impressed by the performance on day number 2. But let's talk about the other teams also. Retaliation X, they are not able to perform on this particular day. Do you think this can be the game in Sanhok? They can redeem themselves and find themselves on a good spot?
I think so. They can. They certainly can. You know what? One good game will lead you to the top charts. We saw that earlier, right? In the previous game. But what Rocky is doing? That's a bold decision, dude. Oh no! Nobody hasn't even spotted him out. Okay, that was lucky and clever at the same time. So at this moment, the team really surrounded the players of DD. Hexel especially. That man was survived. That man is a walking kill machine, but a little bit far away from Rocky. Rocky hiding behind a huge rock boulder, to be specific though. HRX4 Ultra Instinct, that man is just riding a bike. Okay, he just got up and falling back. Dude, you had a chance to convert that man into a crate, but look at the position of the players of AST. Team KYODAI. They're playing on the edge. I think so. They're playing passive. The game plan is pretty clear, Shadow. They're playing a little bit passive now.
I don't think they are playing passive. They're playing smartly. But the cluster that is forming towards the northern side of Painan. Let's see what's gonna happen at that area, because so many teams are present on that island. So there is a chance of a third party happening. But from the southern side, three teams are trying to make the rotation. One is One Man Army, the other one is BTS Mafia, and we have Gaming Esports as well. So these three teams can also collide into each other during the rotation, and that is something interesting for us casters, but definitely not interesting for the players, because they are trying to be in the top 5. And in the airdrop number 2, we have the big weapon again, AMR, which you hate the most, but I like. Let's see if the players of Team 7 Sins also like it or not, because the airdrop is in a very close proximity to them.
Yeah.
But the level 3s definitely will reward 7 Sins.
Yeah, again, you know what, a level 3 kid is a good thing to get. But it's inside the water, between the land. From the spray, he missed every single shot. He deserved that. Come on, how you can even miss that? He goes down. Very good spray. Fabulous 4 on the other side. Also suffered a casualty there. One player goes down. Taishun. Oh, that grenade could have secured him a knock. But now he just changed his position. Peeking out. Cooking that one grenade to its perfection. But saves himself from an upcoming frag grenade. And now backing off, changing his position, which is a really good decision though. CMF IPG versus Fabulous 4. These two teams need to get up. These two teams need to get some kills, and now they're fighting against each other. On the other side, Ash OP showcased the skills with the GPS. Oh, Naruto, that wasn't a good grenade, dude. You could have blown yourself up, but he got away at the perfect time now. CMF backing off, disengaged from a fight. What? This is not something usual. They're doing some crazy stuff.
And somewhere else, other fight is also breaking between the players of GNP Esports and Team Fabulous 4. GNP already looking confident with 2 defeat points in their hands, and Fabulous 4, well, they are running high on the confidence, but GNP needs the points, and I thought he was taken out pretty early in the previous game, and this time also, he's pretty low on the HP. He need to patch himself up. That is exactly what he's trying to do so, but they also need to watch their 6, as GNP is their CMF IPG. Like you mentioned, they backed off from a fight, but they are also in the close proximity of Fabulous 4 Esports. The hard cover which they are having right now is not going to help if any enemy or team is going to come from the backside. But GNP Esports, well, they are still holding on to the ruins area. Let's see if they can find more defeat points, because GNP also dominated in one of the game. Yesterday, they got one winner chicken dinner for themselves. After that, they are also missing out.
Yeah, they're missing out. They are missing out the action too. So High expectations from them every single time, every single day, though. But you know what? Sometimes it's just not a day for you. But maybe it might be their game. GNP Esports already secured 2 elimination, which is a good thing for them. They're going good, but for how long? That is the question, Shadow. You need to, be consistent till the end, because this is the second last game. And after this, you have only one match, and that's going to be in Erangel. That will decide your fate and your future, that how many points you are getting and at which position you're going to end up in the overall ranking. So it's really important to be cautious and play according to your play style. Mr. Ravi, one of the most clever men alive in the lobby, heading inside a truck between the bridge. And if you talk about his outfit, colorful. I like that. I don't like the back skin though. Avi, if you're listening, please change it. Change it. Maybe it is lucky back skin for him. Who knows? You know what, Shadow? Who knows? So it doesn't matter if you're going to change it or not. But for me, I really like the 8-bit one. On the other side, Keto received a lot of damage from the backline. So he knows that there's someone present in the backline. So they have a good amount of strong, solid covers. And they're going to be quite safe or not. Shaka goes down. Team of IBC spotted down and now roaming down. In fact, peppering down a lot of bullets and connecting them pretty perfectly. Faisal with that amazing spray, Shadow.
Well, certainly Faisal has taken down 2 players of GNP out there in the open, and now the hard decision comes from the side of GNP. Will they be able to revive Shaka, as Keton has been revived in the hard cover, but Shaka is still bleeding out and the smokes are being deployed to help the fallen teammate, fallen comrade in this situation. But Faisal is being little relentless, but Hazara with an M416 takes him down in the retaliation fire. That means now CMF IPG Naruto is going for the rescue mission onto the fallen comrade, and GNP will find all the 4 players again back on their feet. But on the other side, for UI also find 1 knock onto the players. Let's see if a confirmation is coming in any minute or not. So GNP and CMF, they are also engaged. They are engaging in a fight, but nothing good is coming out from the situation. They are just burning away their resources. The medkits, they are just damaging the armor of each other. So let's see what's going to happen in the later stages of the game when they need those resources, when they need those medkits. So mature decision need to be made in this situation right now.
Yeah, it's important, right? Every single decision will decide your future, as I just told it earlier about. Oh, actually has to be careful. It's going to be a really difficult fight for them. Grim Gaming Esports already lost 1 man, and another goes down. Axie and Love are the only 2 players surviving. Love has an advantage. He used an AKM to roam down his opponent, and look at that instant kill conversion. Oma barely surviving on 1% HP, and he goes down to, I think so, he got picked up from the back lines. The blue is also closing, and the Sami area is a really deadly location for the players of Grim Gaming Esports. Now 1 man is alive, trying to revive his teammates. This is third circle. This is not going to give you a ridiculous amount of damage, but still the damage is being consistent and it is really good. Hexel still waiting for his opponents, hasn't secured a single kill. 1-man army, barely surviving 1 so this game is done for them, I think so, Shadow.
I won't make that decision so early. Grim Esports, yes, they are fighting against time, fighting against the blue, but still there is a chance, there is a hope if they make it inside the circle. But the first stage, they are lacking. The mid kits, they are lacking. They don't have enough health kits in their hands to fight against the blue circle. And yes, instead of giving your defeat point to the enemy, the mature decision is to give it to the blue zone. Give it to the blue zone, the defeat point. And yes, that is exactly what is happening as the play zone takes Grim Love. And now Grim Esports is left with only 3 players who are still fighting against the blue, and Fabulous 4, well, they are placed perfectly in the Nakam area, but they also have to move inside the circle. All they have is 28 seconds on the clock. 1-man army. Hexel is still waiting for the players of Grim Esports, but least does he know that Grim has already moved away, going for the longer rotation. But on the other side, GNP Kichon finds a beautiful knock and confirmation onto the players of Retaliation X, and the trades are also coming in.
This is really important. The trades are really important though, but Chief, okay, he's cooking up a grenade, Shadow. Might be the one. Oh, what was that really far away? But, oh, the spray could have been perfect. But no, Simpson with that amazing Spray transfer on the other side. Dominic goes down from the fall damage. This is not a good position. CMF IPG also struggling a bit, as well as the players of Fabulous 4. Chief kill has been confirmed. And it's done. 7 cents. Hassan goes out too. What? Basically, where he was hiding though. Like, come on. That wasn't even a good area to just hold. Okay.
Well,
I'll forget that in a moment. But for now, eliminate 8. Mowing down every single person they spotted. You're doing power. Look at that, you're fun.
well, certainly W is going to punish every single player equally, and Jagga right now he has a job to do. He has to revive his own teammate, that is Kafan, who is bleeding out, and I8. They have the opportunity to close in the distance, and that is exactly what Viper is doing. But the revival has already been made, and it's a 2v4 situation for the players of 7 Sins, and now they are going to lose it as Himson is going to eliminate them, and 7 Sins with 2 elimination bids bye-bye at 14th spot. But I8, well, they have 5 defeat points in their hands.
MAFIA. 3 players. Every single one of them, they're stuck near the water area. And literally sharing the lines with the team KYODAI. Both the teams thought that they can do a water rotation, but I think so it just backfired Shadow. However, OMGUN Esports really good position. Playing on the edge. The back lines are clear because it's the water, it's ocean. And there's not even a single challenge. Eliminated is going to be the challenge for them. As I told you, they are literally moving in the circle and taking down every single person in this spot. Mr. Zorwex with the M16 somehow managed to save the day for his teams. But is it enough?
I don't think so it is enough, because 36 seconds and W will start closing in, and they have to fight against 2 teams out there in the open. On the other side, OMGUN Esports, Asap OG is still hiding, and he has also certain meters to travel inside the circle, but Viper with beautiful grenade comes and takes on Xerox of Nepali line Esports, who are on the height advantage from the lower ground. Still, I8 is putting up a very good fight. On the other side, Unknown finds a beautiful knock and a confirmation onto the plus of Grim Esports. That means another fight is also erupting somewhere else in the map of Sanhok. GNP on the other side, they are prioritizing the circle, but they have to fight with the plus of team RGC Opex, because right now they are in front, and Unknown is not stopping for anyone. But
Ooh.
Viper, what just happened? He knocked himself out with his own grenade and Molotov.
That's another way to confirm a kill. However, it will not grant you a point though. But again, you know, sometimes these stuff happen if you get hyperactive, or sometimes you get confused, right? What to do in this situation, especially for Kronos. He's the only player surviving. He's the lone wolf. Oh, look at this agent. One good peek and he can take out Rocky. Rocky is just looking towards a different angle. I don't think so that both of them even know that there's someone. And what is this? How is this even possible? Both of them checking the same angle, but okay, that's weird. That's really weird though. Agent just going in front of him, takes him down, now moving inside the circle, but he has to be just another person in front of him. Agent got spotted out and he's done. Rocky confirmed the kill.
Well, certainly he has confirmed the defeat point, and 4 Ultra Instinct has been eliminated at 10th spot. But on the other side, Naruto finds a beautiful knock onto the player Asap of OMGUN Esports. Let's see if he can find the confirmation as well. But on the other side, Shadow with a DPS finds a beautiful knock onto Retaliation X Zolex, and the last player also has been eliminated. No, the last player is still standing. Flex is there, a little far away, hiding in the bushes, in the grasses, hoping to be the venomous snake, but nobody X from Fabulous 4 takes him down. That means he has no chance of survival right now. But Naruto with that M416 also finds a beautiful knock onto Asap. OG confirmation also. With that, we have 8 teams and 18 players remaining in the lobby, and CMF right in the dead smack center of the circle.
Look at the circle, Shadow. Look at the circle. It is really covering 50% of the land area and 50% of the water area. So it's not even anyone's zone. However, there's only one team in the dead smack center. I just mentioned it earlier. They can easily get this one, but for how long? GNP Shaka! Oh, that's a beautiful grenade. Secures a knock, fantastic. going for heal battle, has only 4 first aid kits. 94 meters far behind from the safe zone. Kozo also prone down doing the same. Ablinot goes down from the blue. GRP got picked up by the players of CMF IPG. It seems like it's going to be their game. And the circle shifted towards the watered area. No way. 30% land, and every single player is now going to struggle to get that land area in their favor. KYODAI. Oh, cute beauty. They got stuck, however, but they can still make their way inside the circle. It's going to be CMF IPG game. Trust me, Shadow. If they get this one, they will get back on track.
I think this is already their game to lose because they have the entire control of the circle. They have to just inside the circle, and CMF got placed perfectly to punish them. But from the backlines, GNP comes in, and CMF was not prepared for this. A grenade comes in. Beautiful grenades from the side of GNP takes one of the players of CMF IPG down. That means things are becoming a little difficult for the players of CMF, but this is a blessing in disguise for the players of KYODAI because they are already looking forward to travel the distance, because in 1 second the circle is going to start shrinking in. That is where the blue will do the damage. The blue will start punishing them, and Summer is trying to shoot Shadow over there. Let's see if he can find the knock.
That is going to be the biggest question. Meanwhile, Naruto goes down. CMF IPG losing out a lot of players one by one. And it's only one player left, and that's going to be Deathstrom. He was cooking up a grenade, now he cancelled it. Throws a rebound one. Opted for a molly. Buy him some more time, but I don't think so that he can survive for so long, because now he got sandwiched between two teams, and that is going to be KYODAI and GRP. If we talk about Genos, he knows that where the player is. One molly, and he's done. Deathstrom can easily pick up his death in any movement. If he survives this, he's going to be a legendary player. Shadow, it's 3v1v4 fight. And where's the one player inside the waters? Look at the mini-map, he's still going for the heal battle. How long he can survive, that's going to be the biggest question for now. Another molly, and he got flushed out, and he's done. Shaka secures that knock with an amazing molly. CMF IPG has the 4th KYODAI. Looking forward to secure the chicken. Zeo knocks one down, secures it instantly.
Well, certainly he secured that defeat point for himself, and now KYODAI are also inside the circle. KYODAI versus GNP. What's going to happen as BTS Mafia last player is still going for the heal battle inside the water. But his journey has ended as he ran out of the first aids, and he bids bye-bye at 3rd spot, 1 defeat point to them. That means good placement points in the favor of BTS Mafia. Now KYODAI versus GNP going up against each other. The numbers advantage is definitely not, it's a 3v3 situation. Let's see if any other team can have numbers advantage by taking down one of the player from the opponent. Kiton still holding on to the angle, not moving a muscle, not giving any sound cue, waiting for the player to come out in the open, but someone has DBS. DBS is one of the most deadly weapon in the close range. One precise shot is enough to take your opponent down. And now the circle is going to start shrinking in 4 seconds.
Yeah, KYODAI. I think that they have this game. I think so they can easily get this one, but GNP Esports still can deny that. They can still deny that fact that KYODAI can secure it. But I think so KYODAI, after the... Oh, Keaton! This is going to be the biggest decision, I think so. If it's going to climb up that barrel, he can spot out anyone. Has the height advantage. Can utilize it. Still trying to get up. Oh, he spots out one. No. It's going to be the answer, but for now. Oh, he jumped. Oh, pretty wide. Oh, no. He spotted out. I think so. He revealed his position. He compromised his position now. Zeo setting up himself. Similar to the players of GNP Esports. This is going to be the 9th circle, the longest map of this 2-day affair, Shadow. 27 minutes, about to hit the 28th minute though. This is crazy, it's a Sanhok map. This shouldn't happen, but now it's going on. The zone is closing in, forcing out the players to fight, and he hits a shot. Summer. The DBS Shadow. Barely surviving on 30% HP. It seems like it's going to be KYODAI's game. Yep, it is.
Anything can happen. I won't make any decision so early as it is a 3v3 situation. ENG Kiton trying to shoot,
No.
Jinon, and a confirmation as well.
Yes.
But from the backlines in the blue, the last player of team KYODAI comes in, takes down both the players of GNP, and a beautiful winner chicken dinner comes in the hands of KYODAI Esports. 9 elimination. The patience finally paid off. 24 total points in the hands of KYODAI, and I'm very sure they are still on the top of the overall rank.
Definitely they are. The production team is a bit clever. they try and hide that overall ranking, but we all know who's going to be on the top though. However,
Yeah.
we're not going to jinx it. Ladies and gentlemen, I already saw that miles away, because the way the team KYODAI was playing in the final circle was impressive. Secures the chicken, and now they are in a good position. I think so that's what we can assume right now, because we don't even know what's the final overall ranking is, ladies and gentlemen. However, Shadow, one of the most toughest decisions to make, one of those toughest game, that was for KYODAI. But GRP, you know what, you were talking about that this could be their game. They can easily get a chicken, at least they can be in the top 3, and look at that, they were in the top 2. They secured total 12 placement points. I don't know about the kill points because I wasn't that sure that how many kill points they got, but I can assume at least total 18 points. So, yeah, they're doing good.
They are doing very good. They are doing fantastic because they were having too many defeat points in their favor. So in the match ranking, maybe GNP can be on the top because KYODAI, they had 7 defeat points. But yes, they have the winner chicken dinner. Also, let's find out which team is placed where. But a fantastic gameplay from all the teams. But let's talk about the stood out player that is the MVP of this particular game, that is Sanhok, and it is going to be Soran from the side of GNP Esports. And I think this is the highest damage up until now, 1300 damage and only 3 elimination. I'm very sure he's not going to be happy with so many knocks being stolen from his pocket, the defeat points stolen from his pocket, because 1300 damage is a massive number.
Yeah, it is. It's really a massive number. 5 knocks, only 3 eliminations. With, you know what, sometimes a whole team dished out 1300 total damage, but this man is just a one-man army from GNP Esports. Deserve that MVP title. After this one, I think so they might, climb up the ladder a little bit, and I can hope they are going to be in the top 8. So let's hope for the best. And after this one, we might see the top players.
Well, certainly, along with him are the 4 more players who stood out in this particular match of Sanhok, and along with Soran, it is going to be Viper of IH Crew with 3 elimination. The damage number is pretty high for Viper, also 663 damage he was dishing out. Then we have Soran's own teammate Sahin with 5 eliminations and 387 damage. I'm very sure Soran is not going to be so happy with Sahin. Looking at the damage difference, they are having an elimination point difference, but we have Zio KYODAI Esports with 4 elimination and Hazara of GNP Esports with only single elimination with 683 damage. Looks like Shaheen was stealing the elimination from Soran and Hazara.
Who knows? He's a clever guy. We know that for a fact. Like, he's a clever guy. Dishing out 390 damage approximately and secure 5 elimination. That's really big, by the way. Hazara with 700 approximately damage, only 1 elimination. So yeah, we can say that. However, Viper from Eliminate Crew, look at this survival times. One of them is least amongst these top players, but still made it through into the top players, which means that he did his job pretty perfectly. And one question, hey, wasn't that enough to be at the top? Because KYODAI secured a chicken, right? Like, they secured 22 total points. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the match ranking now. How many points do they secured? Okay, it wasn't 22, it was 24. GNP Esports with a banger of 23. PDS Mafia with total 11 points. Eliminate Crew with 14. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I know the answer, but I'm not gonna tell you guys. I am not gonna tell you. No way I'm gonna tell you. I know who is at top, Shadow. I know. I just calculated it. Holy
I think everyone
moly.
knows, but I am still keeping my fingers crossed. There is still one more game.
Dude, let me tell you one thing. You know what everyone else is thinking, that's not true. Trust me, only few people will know that who's at the top. Trust me. You're thinking, I'm not gonna jinx it, I'm not gonna tell you guys, but it's totally different. It's totally different, trust me, it's totally different.
Is it IH Crew? We'll find out. We'll find out. You guys keep guessing. We'll also keep guessing. But Nepal
Yeah.
Lions Esports, this game was entirely not there. 7AKS this time failed to make an impact, but a fantastic effort on day number 2 from this set of 7AKS, especially the player 66. The way he was playing, the way he was showcasing individual gameplays, very impressive. Gorkhali Warriors also tried in the previous game, but this game was not theirs, as they are standing on the 14th spot with only a single point in their name. Retaliation X, I think the pressure of day number 2 is something, the reason that they are crumbling on day 2. They are standing on the 13th spot right now with only 2 points, 7 cents on 12th with 2 points, One Man Army on 11th with 2 points, OMGUN Esports on 10th with 3 points, and 4 Ultra Instinct also sitting on the 9th spot with 3 points.
Yeah. Okay, so some of the teams were struggling in the Sanhok map, and some of the teams were happy with their performance, especially CNP Esports. But now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final moment. The next map is going to be the final map of the day, and it's going to be an Erangel. So let's take a look at the schedule, so we can take note at which moment the map is going to be started. KYODAI secured 2 second dinners today, so it's big, by the way.
Well, definitely it is big. One in Erangel, one in Sanhok. They got 2 victories for themselves in day number 2. Fabulous 4 got 1 victory in the map of Miramar. I8 Crew also, they were trying for that victory from day number 1 in every single game. Finally, in the match of Erangel, the 8th match, they got a big victory for themselves. Now is the time for the last match that is going to be played in Erangel. And let's see what approach the teams are going to have in this one, because the last Erangel, the teams were pretty patient. They were taking the fights very patiently up until 16-minute marker.
Yep.
We didn't see even the first bloodshed. But this Erangel is going to be entirely different, because the teams who are on the bottom, they might go all YOLO, or the team who are on the top, they might try and go for the passive approach.
Yep.
And someone might be keeping a bullseye target on their back.
You know what? Anything can happen. If I remember, Eliminate 8, right? They were, I think, so angry on someone. I don't know. Whosoever they spot out, they just kill them. They don't even care who you are. They don't even know that how it's going to affect the gameplay. First of all, the players of 7 Sins and the Nepali Lions and 2 more teams. I was really happy the way they were playing, but unfortunately, the zone was on helping them. If the zone was in their favor, they would have secured chicken, and they would have been in the top 5, and then we would have seen something different. But at this moment, you know what, this is going to be the final game, and for every single team, for every single 16 teams, right, this is the final moment. This will decide that how many money you are getting in your bank, right? How many like cash you are getting for yourself, and how much you can upgrade with that, and who's going to be the champion. So that champion mindset is really important. However, it's not going to be that easy for a lot of the players, and I am definitely sure that every single team is going to play very passively.
Not every single team. I'm very sure there is going to be certain teams who are going to go all YOLO and all bonkers in this last match of Erangel. And yes, talking about the Moolah, every single team is definitely getting something for themselves. Even the 16th place team is getting $1,100 for themselves. So yes, no one is going empty-handed, but we are waiting for that one champion. And for the last time in PMCO South Asia Falls Play 2022 in the map of Erangel, we have the flight trajectory, which is going from the side of Miltup towards the southern side of hospital. And let's see if there is going to be any drop location clash or any drop change happening, but looks like no is the answer, because GNP is again going for no reply, NLN going for the military base, and Fabulous 4 again towards the side of Milta Power, and One Man Army going towards the side of Lipovka, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Lipovka is a good position. I think so. If you're opting for the Lipovka drop location, you should shift it, or you can, easily just go for a 1+1+2 split, in which you can drop out near Mansion, Prison, and Lipovka. You can easily acquire those particular areas. But One Man Army, I think so. They have a different plan. They're solely going towards Lipovka. So yeah, it's also a good plan. You will not get that much of a good upgraded loot for each one of you, but you can get a decent loot. By the way, Circle is kind of decent one.
Well, definitely the circle is pretty decent. It is covering all the major cities. Even the little part of the southern island is still inside the circle. Yes, Sivoni is also inside the circle, but majority of the teams are on the central island. That means it's a good news. In the epicenter, we have Team OMGUN Esports in Pochinki, uncontested entirely CMF IPG this time. Well, they have heard your prayer. They are heading towards the side of Ferry Pier. You wanted to see a team in Ferry Pier. Well, CMF IPG is granting your wishes.
I'm quite happy with that. Go on, go for the chicken then.
They
You know,
can.
yeah, they certainly can, and if they, you know what, if they get it, this can easily change the fate for two teams. Okay, this is going to be a roller coaster ride for every single one of us. In fact, for the casters too, ladies and gentlemen, not for you guys, for the casters too. We don't know the overall ranking, but I have a thin idea about that, so I'm just gonna stick to that plan. But as we were talking about that, Team CMF can easily get a chicken. If they get a chicken with almost, let me give you a little bit of spoiler. With almost 11 to 14 kill points, they are good to go. By the way, if they don't, then let's see.
Well, this last game is going to be the deciding factor which team is coming in the top, which team is becoming the champion. Because even if I8 or Fabulous 4 also pull off a 30 bomber, I think they can also come on the top. Anything can change for the top three teams. We can't decide this is the fixed team that is becoming the champion. There is still
Okay.
hope for the top three teams, I believe.
Yeah.
Even the top four teams also, if they pull off a 30 bomber or something. But I8, yes, definitely a very strong contender for the champions title. But Gorkhali Warriors day number 2, their performance is also very impressive.
You know what, Shadow? Let me ask this. Oh, look at this! Oh, look at this angle. I know who is this guy. I know. I'm a big fan of my man, none other than. Basically, he's kind of my brother, and he's one of the best guy I ever met in my entire life. Such a decent guy. Um, can I reveal his name or something like that? It's my man
I
Anjan,
think
by
you
the way.
can.
It's
You
my
can.
man Anjan who's doing that crazy job.
I
Um,
remember him pulling off something like that in
yeah,
some other event also, PMCO
yeah,
season 2. He is very good with those
yeah,
cinematic shots. Yeah.
yeah. He is certainly. So, what else can I say? He's just a god. He just knows like what he has to do, right? He has uh, perfection in his hands, and that's what I learned from him. You know what? In my early days of casting, he was the one who helped me a lot to overcome my fear of coming in front of the camera and I jinx it every single stuff. So yeah, a really good guy by the way. Every single one by the way. If you talk about my man Cynthia, um, he's also a good guy. I know he's just listening to our conversation. He was like, "Yeah, I know, man. You're just trying to get something from us, and that is, um, I really want to go home. He has a bike, and he can help me to get to the nearest
Enough buttering,
bus station."
Shivansh.
Yeah,
Enough
yeah.
buttering.
That's what I'm doing, by the way.
Enough buttering.
Okay, just kidding by the way. So basically the important factor is every single team just need that perfection, right? Every single team just need that perfection to be at the best. Full Interesting is also doing a great job. Eliminate Air Crew is also doing a great job. So you need that perfection. And if we talk about perfection, one guy is in my man, and that is Pradeep. And yeah, Shadow, what we're talking about.
You're definitely looking for a big treat or
Favor.
free ride or something. My co-caster is looking for. He wants something from the production team, which he'll tell after the show. But right now, coming back to the game, because this is a very serious, large game for so many teams. Their fate, not the fate, but the title, the champions title is at stake, and these teams are competing for that. I8 definitely a strong contender. I believe Fabulous 4 is also still in the contention. KYODAI is definitely in the contention. These three teams are in the contention. Do you think any fourth team can also possibly in the contention of the champions title right now?
You know what? I don't know about the table that much, that precisely, by the way. So I'm not sure about, but I think so. The guys, they can do it. They can do it. I think so. They can easily do it.
Let's see if they can, but I think CMF IPG also can be the strong contender.
Yeah.
Yesterday they were on the 6th spot. This time also they are showcasing good performances. So let's see let's find out what's going to happen. We have already hit the 7-minute marker and not a single bullet has been fired yet. That means teams are taking this game very seriously. I was hoping there is going to be a target, bullseye target on the top teams, or some other teams from the bottom will go all YOLO, but no, that is not the case. That is happening at all. Everyone is trying to showcase the best performance, trying to go for the chicken dinner in the last game itself. So let's see what's gonna happen. KYODAI already going for the rotation from the ruins area in the close proximity. They have the players of CMF IPG also making a similar or parallel rotation. On the other side, in the Pochinki, we still have OMGUN Esports. So things are a little stalemate situation. They are just waiting for the next circle.
Yeah, they certainly are waiting for the next circle, because the circle will decide like where you have to go, right? Where you have to just opt for it, which position like teams can help you basically. So what is going to be your next plan and what's going to be your next hot location? So that's why waiting for the circle to form is a really good decision. So I really like that, but you know what? Some teams are really hyperactive. For example, KYODAI, they already decided that they are where they have to head on, and what is going to be their primary hot location, what is going to be their secondary. So they are ahead of the time, I think so. They are ahead of their opponents, which might help them in the later game stages, but for now, they are playing safe.
Well, early bird gets the worm. Early rotation is going to reward you with the best position inside the circle, golden spot inside the circle that can land you the big victory, the big winner chicken dinner. Because in the battle royale games, it's all about the positioning. Yes, the resources and the skills matter a lot, but it also comes to the positioning also. If you have a good position, things are going to work in your favor. And now I have my favorite weapon in the airdrop, first airdrop, that is
Yeah.
going to be MK14. I just love this weapon.
I kind of love this weapon too. It's a really good weapon. You can usually, get this it from the drop, and especially you can utilize it from like you can use it in long range and the short range. So it's a really, really, really useful weapon. Plus the damage, my oh my, it's ridiculous.
Well, 2 or 3 bullets, even if you are having a level 3 gear, you are done, my friend. But GNP Esports, talking about this team has also showcased a very good performance. I still remember on the very first Erangel when the final started, it was GNP that went for the first squad wipe. And yes, this is also a team capable of becoming a champion. But they have enough points right now, or if they are in the top 4. Let's find out after this game. But most of the teams are trying to opt for the center position every time. In fact, in this PMCO, I have noticed one thing. Majority of the teams are trying to go for the center position instead of playing on the periphery. That means they're also prioritizing the circle, which is a good thing.
Yeah, which is really a good thing. You know what? Circle prioritizing is a really good option, and it will help you any single day. But you know what? Sometimes you just have to be a little bit extra safe. GNP Esports in the previous match, they had a really good outtime. They secured almost points after the team KYODAI. As well as we have seen 7X also stepping up, but for now they're just playing a little bit slow.
I think every team is waiting for the next circle. They're taking things pretty slow, but now 7's Kafan has been taken down. He's still bleeding. He's still hoping for a revival or a rescue mission, which has come in. Both the players have come to the aid of the fallen comrade, and Jaga is already keeping an eye out for the flank angles that might come from the side of BTS Mafia team. But in the church, over the church area, we have the players of OMGUN Esports, and if they get to hear all this commotion, there is a very good chance of a third party happening. But Shadow was out there in the open, and Retaliation X with that Info-16 takes him down. Can he get the confirmation also? But I think he's trying to close in the distance, looking very aggressively. Done with the passive gameplay. Retaliation X, right now they are looking for some aggression.
That aggression might help them. That aggression might secure them in second, and that aggression is going to be really important. On the other side, Adi with a knock, and he's just going to look out for another flex. Lobbed a grenade, but oh, Zolex lost his life in that situation. It's going to be a close call, and GNP fights back. Look at that.
Well, they are definitely going to fight back, but Shadow is still bleeding right now, and there is no chance of a revival coming in, but smokes are being lobbed. Let's see if Shadow can be back on his feet or not. Shaka has a job to do, that is to keep the enemy at the bay, but now third party is also happening in all the situation. 4 Ultra Instinct also chimes in and grabbing the attention of Retaliation X. This can be a blessing in disguise for the players of GNP, but no is the answer, because 4 Ultra hits the target on the mark and eliminates GNP Esports, becomes the first team to be eliminated. Now 4 Ultra Instinct going up against Retaliation X. But what is happening? I think Retaliation X, they are backing off from this fight. Yes, they are trying to make an escape, and I think they have successfully managed to make an escape. But no, Zeltrex takes one of the player down.
Okay, that was a really close call, but KSX finally found one kill for them, and now they're looking out for some more. So cutting off the rotations of your opponents is a really good strat, especially without even knowing that who is that one. And now you always have an upper hand. Plus, you can easily get that loot from the guy who just got killed. And HRX position, like if I'm going to talk about his position, is really good because his back has already been covered by his teammates, so he can just play around that area from a little bit long. 4 Ultra Instinct is playing perfectly in this moment, but you know what? I don't think so that it can last for so long because the other teams also knew about your position. So yeah, you just have to be a little bit careful.
Well, the Pochinki Hill is becoming the pit of the death because 3 teams are fighting against each other. 2 teams have already been eliminated at this very spot, and now 7AKS is going up against 4 Ultra United, and 99 survived on a sliver of HP. That was a very precise grenade from the side of Zeltrex OP over there. But now Zeltrex crawling his way, closing the distance towards 4 Ultra United over there. But anything can happen because look at the position of Agent 33. He is already holding the flank angle, and that can be the surprising factor that can be an ugly pawn for the players of 7AKX. But OMGUN Esports is also going aggressively against the side of 7 Sense over there, and 2 players of 7 Sense are already down on their knees as R7 is going for the confirmation.
Ooh, look at that. 8-7 already secured a kill now. Looking off some more OMGUN Esports with 2 kills. And they have a very good position to hold on. They have a very good area to play around, and that is going to be the squad house. They've been surrounded by a lot of the enemies though. But to be honest, Pochinki is always a better, always a really concerned point, to just hold on. However, one grenade will help them to secure this 1 kill. Kafan is still inside the panic room, so he can survive for a bit long, but if anyone charges onto him, he will go down. Look at that. Oh, he spots him out. Is he going to go down? Yep, he will.
Perfect crosshair placement, and OMGUN Esports finally managed to get 3 defeat points in their favor, although they lost one of the players. Is also looking for super jumps and confirmation onto the players of 4 Ultra Instinct as 2 players hit the ground. Confirmation coming for Machine else as well. HRX leading. The last man standing comes for a close frontal battle, and Agent 33 takes him down as well. Now Agent 33 is the last man standing from his own team's side as well, and 7AK is also standing as a one-man army.
Yeah, they are standing as one-man army. They can get some kills though. Agent 33, he's just gonna use his final grenade to at least confirm that kill. Running back towards that one shack. I think the HRX will go down. Oh, eliminate! Okay, Himson just gonna steal that kill from the players of 7K Sack, so it hurts a bit. However, they can still come up from that position, 300 meters far away from the circle, and it's really huge. And ART, oh no, foul is 4 charge onto the players of okay, they are done. A very good Molotov, and he goes down. They might confirm that kill. KSX on the other side finally secures another. 4 Ultra Instinct is out of the lobby at the end. They end up at the 13th position, ladies and gentlemen. We have the 12 teams. CMF IPG also stepping up. Fabulous 4 hasn't confirmed the kill because they're still waiting for the full team to charge upon to that squad house. But Sujan, that's not good position because OMGUN Esports can easily throw a grenade and they might blow you up. So you need to just play the game a bit safely. On the other side, oh, the vehicle blow up. Oh, the kill confirmed. God, he confirmed the kill by blowing up a vehicle. So teams are looking perfect, and some of them just playing inside those compounds. So always this type of stuff happens if a Pochinki circles saw a circle in the Pochinki area, because you have a lot of solid compounds. You can hide inside them, you can play around them, so you get a lot of chance to survive, and you get a lot of chance to make calculated fights.
Well, definitely you have to take calculated fight. What is happening? Third party after third party is happening, and now in BTS Mafia also joins in. ASAP OG from OMGUN Esports is trying to take Rashid over there down, but BTS Mafia, they're being little careful. They're trying to gather as much information as much possible, because Fabulous 4 is also present in the Pochinki area. So that means this fight is going to be so interesting. The next circle is which team is going to prioritize the circle and make the rotation early, because when you are holding the Pochinki, when so many teams are in the Pochinki area, it's not so easy to come out of the urban city. But Gorkhali Warriors also finding few good knocks for the team, but 70KS Zeltrex OP, this guy is not stopping. He got one more defeat point just now. 70KS, I have to say, this team was not performing on day number 1, but day number 2, they have stepped up big time. The improvement in the gameplay, the performance they are showcasing on this particular day is very impressive, and this is being showcased in the overall ranking as well. But OMGUN Esports still in a stalemate situation, but Opex, RGC Opex, fantastic. Well, he's still bleeding, and Naim is right in front of him to his rescue.
Yeah, he just blew out one smoke to at least get some extra cover, and now he's just going to revive his teammate. But they have to be careful, right? There's a lot of teams trying to jump behind them, and if they are being cautious, they can easily survive. But another player goes down, and now the pressure is on to the players of RGC Opex. This is their final game. They need to do every single stuff they can. They need to get the heavy amount of total points from this matchup. If they can do it, they will be in a very good position of winner ranking. If not, they might suffer some backlash in terms of the money. However, we have 11 teams. KSX with 6 eliminations. 2 players are surviving. Trying to move inside the circle. 61 meters going to be the distance, and they're still trying the level best to at least spin down the players. At least 2 players of RGC Opex eliminate crew. All the 4 players surviving. They have the compound. They have the area. They're inside the circle. There's not even a single team just behind them. So backlines are clear. They have to be careful from the sidelines. But oh, the Nepali Lions versus KYODAI. Both the teams from the same region fighting against each other, and there's only one player left, and that is going to be Mr. Abi. Will he able to survive? That one molly will decide. He's just going to burn every single one alive. Throws another one. Oh, KYODAI is done. Aoi, my man. What was that? Ridiculous molly. Outstanding outcome. Burn the players alive. Secure the kill. KYODAI never even thought that this could happen to them. The worst nightmare, the worst outcome.
Mr. Ravi, this man was on a rampage. It was almost impossible to clutch in that situation, but the presence of mind he had, throw Molotov and a grenade right after that, eliminated the entirety of KYODAI Esports. And even Mr. Ravi is shocked right now, I'm very sure, but impressive gameplay coming from Slat side. Yes, definitely KYODAI didn't expect that happening to them. They were just searching for Mr. Abi the last man, but unfortunately their entirety has been eliminated, and they bid bye-bye at 10 spot. But Gorkhali Warriors, it's a beautiful knock onto the girls of the Opex. 9 has been locked down with an M16 single tap shot in the smoke. Can Nepali also get the confirmation? Let's find out.
He can, but there's a buggy who's just helping the team RGC Opex to at least soak some of the damage. Sushan, eliminate crew. The biggest team is down, ladies and gentlemen, at the 10th position. That was KYODAI. It means eliminate 8 crew has a chance. secure that top position. They just need to survive for a bit long. Enter inside the top 5 and get at least 4 kills from here. They can easily secure the top position and become the champions though. But it's going to be a little bit difficult if Pubeli again doing the same thing he was doing 1 second ago. He's using an ump. That's weird. The range is really huge and you can't dish out a huge amount of damage with an ump, especially with that 6 times, but still. Oh, Himson spots out an enemy. Switch to it 6 times, thrown down again. He was not sure that he should fire a single shot or not because the zone shifted towards the mountain area and they need to close in the distance as soon as possible. Otherwise, they might face an elimination. Gorkhali Warriors, in fact. Pikachu is an open area. Oh, survived that grenade. Both the teams just sharing some of those utilities and surviving that too. For now, both of them are safe. But look at that Grim Gaming Esports finally moving in, making a move. Is this a good decision? I think so. But is it gonna help him? I don't know.
No, I don't think this is a good decision because I8 is present right in front of them. They were battling with the blue. They had to force that particular rotation. And I8, well, they managed to eliminate one of the players with that Molotov. They're looking for the second knock also on the players. Can being allowed to deny vision to I8 crew, but Viper, beautiful spray coming in, takes one of the player of Grim down, and the last player also bids bye-bye, and Grim Gaming Esports bids bye-bye at 8th spot with 0 elimination. And I2 will there have started dominating the lobby, 5 defeat points already in their favor, and 2 players of Gorkhali Warriors down on their knees. So that means I8 crew are looking very strong in this position, but right now Natsu of Gorkhali Warriors takes one of the players himself down from the side of I8. This could be the opening which the players of Gorkhali Warriors were looking for. But this game is very important for I8 crew, and Viper just survived that grenade.
Sky lobbed a grenade from the distance. And this might just give them an upper hand, especially in this fight. But no! Natsu with an amazing spray might take down Viper. He has to continue to spray. Oh! Viper goes down! This is not looking good for I8. One grenade will seal the deal. Some of the teams are just trying to steal those kills, in fact, and they are successful in that too. Sean now got picked off by the players of RGC Opex. 5 total eliminations into the top 5. 2 meters far away from the circle, so this is their game. 6 circles just going to form in just 15 seconds. And look at that, BTS Army is also moving in. Ash is the final player, got spotted out by Purbeli, and now he's done. BTS Mafia, in fact, eliminated at the 5th position. Now we have the top 4 teams. CMFIPG, 9 eliminations. Looking forward to get the second eliminate crew is done, ladies and gentlemen. The top 3 teams, Gorkhali Warriors, RGC Opex, and CMFIPG. I think so I know the decision. I think so I know who's going to be the champion, who's going to be the winner, especially of this game, but is it going to be that easy for them? CMFIPG, this is going to be their game. If they can't do it, they will be in the top. 9 eliminations already. Just need some more to secure the win. Just need some more to get what they want.
Well, definitely CMFIPG are looking for the champions title, and KYODAI I8 out of the picture, taken out before them, is definitely opening things for the players of CMFIPG, and the amount of defeat points they have in their hands is also helping their case. But along with that, CMFIPG also finds one knock onto the players of Gorkhali Warriors. 9th position has been given away to CMFIPG, and he's getting shots from the side of Naruto. It's a matter of time when Naim will be spotted and he'll be eliminated, because CMFIPG, they have the height advantage also onto the players of RGC Opex, but Unknown is going to retaliate as he takes Naruto down, and that Storm finds a trade onto Naim over there. That means Unknown is the last man starting from the side of Opex, but Naim is on the receiving end of the
Unknown
side of Gorkhali Warriors, but with that, Unknown also finds one more knock, but with that, he also bids bye-bye because Falsa is going to retaliate. With that, that team has been eliminated, RGC Opex. Now we have 2 teams, Gorkhali Warriors and CMFIPG, going up against each other, with CMFIPG having the height advantage.
It's a 4v3 situation, Shadow. Gorkhali Warriors need to do this. CMF, they should get this chicken dinner. If they do, they are going to be the best one in the lobby right now. Deadstorm, Solian, Shady close, and in the distance, 12 eliminations. That's massive. Yesterday we saw 16 eliminations. They can get 15 in total. Naruto goes down from the blue. He got spotted out, I think so. Receives some amount of damage, then he got picked up by the blue zone. Deadstorm dominating, spots out one player, peppering down some random bullets to confirm a kill. Natsu's position is really a prime position, spots him out. Deadstorm might convert this player into a crate, and here comes a knock. No, it's going to be the answer. This Molly will definitely 110% will secure the knock. No, oh, it's a little bit far away from Natsu. Quite lucky. Deadstorm, quite unlucky though. I don't think so. Natsu has a first aid kit on the other side. Deadstorm has 4 in the backpack. Naruto already got a revive.
IPG, they are looking for the winner chicken dinner, and Dominic finds a beautiful knock onto the player of Gorkhali Warriors. Instantly shuts him down. Proboli also hits the ground. That means a winner chicken dinner is coming in the favor of CMF IPG, as the last man of Gorkhali Warriors also went down, and a beautiful victory comes in the hands of CMF IPG in the last game with a total domination and 15 elimination, total 30 points, 13 bomber we were talking about, and CMF IPG delivered that.
Yeah, they did it, ladies and gentlemen. CMF IPG, they secured 30 bomber, but was it enough to beat the champion? Was it enough to get the victory? Just wait for a while. Why are you being impatient though? Just give us a little bit of time. We will just tell you after a while though. However, what a game. What a game, CMF IPG. An incredible game. And in fact, KYODAI, they end up at the 10th position. Shadow. Eliminate 8 was at the 4th. So, CMF IPG, they had a chance. I think so. They recovered it a bit, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and I wasn't even expecting this. I thought that KYODAI can easily survive. They're being patient. They're showcasing that passive gameplay. They can even be in the top 5, but the answer is no. They got eliminated at the 10th, and now Team CMF with chicken. It's really tough. It's really tough.
It is very close. In fact, I'll say it is very close. It's very hard to predict which team is on the top, which team is coming as a champion of PMCO Fall Split South Asia 2022, because it was not just a single team domination the entire 2 days. It was a very close call. Every single team had the chance or the opportunity, but it was CMF IPG in the last game that totally dominated the lobby. But let's first talk about the MVP, the stood out player in the last game of Erangel, and it is going to be Naruto of CMF IPG. That's 5 elimination, 672 damage.
Yeah. 5 eliminations, 672 damage, as you just mentioned, 2 headshots, eliminations. That was also an incredible point to talk about. 4 knocks, 26 minutes, 11 seconds of survival time. Naruto did his job pretty perfectly. Quite happy with the play style of Deadstorm too, because he was the one who closed in the distance against the final players of the final team. However, but let's take a look at the top players. Now we have Deadstorm here in the 2nd position. Zelter X Soap. Okay, so KSX did a really great job today. In all the 5 maps, we have seen every single player at least got featured 1 time into the top players. So it's a good sign for you. Best of luck for your future. However, it wasn't that perfect for you guys. So it's not the end, right? It's just the start. So you can still do a lot of crazy job. You can still, be the best in the upcoming future. But for now, this is it. Kozo from Fabulous 4 also got featured in the top players. 3 eliminations, 610 damage. Deadstorm highest amongst the top players, 786. But Zelter has the least survival time, so that's what I'm talking about, right? You need to focus on your surviving skills, otherwise the gameplay is fine, I think so.
Well, certainly. But now is the time for the match summary. Let's have a look how the previous game went out. We had 4 grenade elimination, 2 airdrops were looted, 38 assists, no vehicle elimination at all. But 60 elimination overall, 63 knocks, good conversion of knock and elimination. The longest elimination was 311 meters. That means a pretty decent number we have in terms of longest elimination distance. Even the total healings were not so much because majority of the teams were going for the fight. So many third parties were happening. That is why we are seeing a little low number in terms of total healings, 4,567. But still very fast-paced gameplay. Since it was the last game, it was very fast-paced. So many third parties were happening. Teams were not shying away from the fight at all. They were pretty aggressive overall.
Yeah, they were pretty aggressive, especially after the 16-minute mark, and they were like, yeah, it's a do-or-die situation, using those grenades pretty perfectly. In fact, the 4 elimination, the way the team KYODAI got eliminated was quite unfortunate for them, but ladies and gentlemen, now we have the match ranking in front of us. CMF IPG with 30, RGC Opex with 16, Eliminate Crew with 13. Okay. So a total of 17 points difference between them and the teams on the top, and that is CMF IPG. Fabulous 4 with the 7, KSX also with the 7, PTS MAFIA with 8, OMGUN Esports with also 8. Let's take a look at the second page of the overall, in fact, the match ranking. So we can talk about how many points does the team KYODAI secure. I think so 3 total kill points and one or two maybe replacement points, so it sum up to 4 to 5 total points. Let's see if this can happen or not.
Well, I think they got 3 or 4 points, but 7KS, I have to say this team impressed me the most. The way they improved their performance as compared to day number 1. OMGUN Esports also started finding their foothold in the last game by going for the 8 points. This time they were calm and composed. I8 Crew, the most consistent team, along with Fabulous 4 Esports. But talking about KYODAI, you were asking, well, they have 5 points total, and
yeah,
they are on the 9th spot.
They are on the 9th spot. Grim Gaming Esports, One Man Army, 7 Sins, and GNV Esports doesn't have the best outing in the final match. But ladies and gentlemen, the match ranking is done, and we are waiting for the overall ranking, and then we can see that who is the champion, and then we can talk about, in fact, who is the champion. But for that, I think so we have to wait for a little bit more long, like 1 or 2 minutes. That's it. That's the maximum amount of time we can wait. You have to wait, by the way. Before that, what do you think, Shadow? Who's the champion of this fall split? Your final call.
I have no idea. I'm very bad at maths, but I definitely think so many teams impressed everyone. KYODAI is definitely there. Then we have CMF IPG also, Fabulous 4 also, I8 Crew. These 4 teams are definitely the strong contender. But what is your sixth sense or gut feeling is saying? Which team is going to be on the top if you have to make a guess?
Eliminate 8. I think so. That's going to be the case. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, the drum rolls are here. Let's take a look at the overall ranking and let's see who is our champion, and it's none other than Eliminate 8. And I told you, but the difference, holy moly, 1 point difference between them and CMF IPG. Oh my goodness, what if they would have secured 2 more kill points? They would have been on the top. But Eliminate 8, ladies and gentlemen, they are your fall split champions.
Well, definitely I8 Crew is becoming the champion of PMCO South Asia Fall Split 2022 with 140 points. Consistency is the key, which Eliminate Crew has proved because the consistent gameplay they showcased from the very first gameplay. Now they are being rewarded by the champions title. 140 points, but CMF IPG, a team that impressed everyone. They started stepping up from the Sanhok map on day number 1. After that, they never looked back. 139 points, highest elimination points of CMF IPG, 71 elimination they are having. Just the placement points, just the first 3 games that didn't work in their favor, because of which they are sitting on the 2nd spot, but very impressive performance. But on the bottom, we have 7 Sins, we have OMGUN Esports on 15th, we have 7AKSX. Although this team is sitting on the 14th spot, but valiant efforts from this team, especially 66 and Zeltrex also from 7KS. 2 names, they have made the mark. Grim Gaming Esports sitting on the 13th with total of 49 points.
Then we have 7KSX, 48, OMGUN and 7 Sins on the 15th and the 16th position respectively. But What a roller coaster ride for these two teams, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of fall split. This is the end of fall split. But let's take a look at the elimination leaders. Who are the top 5 players who were dominating in the kill department? It's going to be Sky, who secured almost 4 MVPs, I think, so if I'm not wrong, maybe more. But who knows, with the highest amount of damage, 5,582.
Well, definitely that is a very high number. Even the highest 27 eliminations. Sky from the side of I8 Crew was definitely one of the stood out player. He was right there opening things for his team whenever the squad wipe was happening. He was there for his teammates, opening things, bringing the players down on their knees, opponents on their knees. So yes, Sky 25 is definitely one of the star player from the side of I8 Crew. Then we have Naruto from the side of CMA IPG. From the side of KYODAI, we have Zeo and Genos. Genos was a guy I remember on very first map of Erangel. He was a guy with a perfect spray transition from Scarel in the ruins area. Definitely a very impressive gameplay from his side as well. And then Storm from the side of TMF IPG having 18 elimination and 3600 damage. Although the survival time is a little less, but yes, Deathstorm also showcased very good, impressive individual gameplays.
Yeah, again, that individual gameplay is important, right? If your team is done, you should carry those responsibility. You have those responsibility on your shoulder, and you need to deliver. And at that time, a Sky, Deathstorm, these players always does that, and that's why they were in the elimination leaders. But every single team were like fabulous, well played to every single team, but especially for the eliminate crew, they became the champions. CMF almost had it though. If they secured at least 1 kill point, they would have been the champion because they had the highest amount of kill points. Sharon.
But they impressed everyone. It's not about every time being the champion. It's all about making a statement, making a mark. I'm very sure next time if CMF IPG is in a lobby, the enemy is going to have a threat in the eyes. They are going to be intimidated that this is a team that dominated in PMCO Fall Split 2022 South Asia region. So yes, CMF IPG has created a threat onto the in the eyes of the enemies. At least for me, I think, because of the way the synergetic gameplay they showcased in all the games. Yes, that is there. They have made a mark. They have made a name, which is everything. I think it's all about making a name, rather than the money or the title.
True, I agree with that, and I totally agree with that point too. You know what? You just need to leave your mark. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It was a 2-day affair for the PMCO Fall Split 2022. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Till then, you know what? Take care, and I think so. You should, start playing because some more surprises are coming for you guys in the upcoming future. I'll meet you next time, and this is the end from our side. Bye-bye.